to start this episode off with a prayer.
Okay. For sure.
Okay? Because we have our frequent guest, friend to the show, the funny one himself, the man with ice and a Henny. But today it might be bourbon.
It might be bourbon.
It might be bourbon. The one that everybody likes to hear from, our good friend Tavares. Woo! Hey, from the Rated MA podcast.
It's your daddy house. That's what you can call me.
Hey.
Rated MA podcast. What's up?
What's been going on? Give us the 411 on your entire life.
Oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
I didn't come here to be triggered.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Way to go, Kelby.
I'm actually in a bad mood, but a better mood.
Okay.
So I'm between LA and Miami or whatever, and I sublet my apartment. So actually, my tenants don't want to move out because they haven't been paying rent.
Okay.
And I'm contemplating on if I want to take it into my own hands or take the legal route.
Yeah.
And I'm using all my therapy tools because I'm ready to put a bitch head through the wall.
Yeah.
So that's that.
But then you have to repair that wall.
Says who?
I mean, I'm
I
just
got
saying. If they ain't
rent-
gonna pay the
renters
rent,
insurance.
they ain't gonna pay the repair.
I don't know. These niggas is still acting up.
Oh.
Mine included, so I had to let them go.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
So that's why I feel like the Rated MA podcast needs to come back because the streets need me.
Yes,
Calling me.
yes.
Yeah. The
So
streets
that's
been
starting
saying
back up
Tavares.
soon.
Okay.
Other than that, life is peachy.
The rules about kicking out people in California are insane.
Yeah.
You heard about the squatters who
Yeah.
they stayed in the house for a year?
Yeah.
These people actually know how to squat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they'll get in on like a long-term Airbnb
Get
or
some mail
whatever.
there.
And then
Yeah.
they say, yo, let me just do like 2 months or 3 months off the site. Once you accept that, and then they get a piece of mail there, that's it.
They're
Well,
locked
I went
in.
to the police station yesterday and asked them, like, how does it work? And they said if they can prove that they established residency either via text message or some kind of written agreement or just from being there past 2 weeks, they're officially tenants. So
text,
if you
text message.
text message.
Is that easy?
Yo, you know
Hey,
where
yo.
I live? I live in the Beverly Hills house.
Yes.
I'm a
That's
tenant
where it
now.
is.
So if you have a house guest come like family and you let them stay more than 2 weeks, don't do it. They are resident. Yeah.
This is why, if you come in here, you're paying.
Listen.
At the door.
Yeah.
I don't believe in people staying in my house free anyway, unless we fucking. And even with that, when the bills is due, you gonna realize if you got company or you got a roommate.
Yeah.
Baby, my mama always say you can do bad by yourself. Anytime I meet a man, she said, "What kind of job he got?" I'm like, "Girl, he a nice guy. Yeah, he got a job."
I like that. She's looking out. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, she's learned a few lessons, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, before the show really starts, we want to send a prayer out to our good friend Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, what happened?
He crashed his Ferrari into a parked Kia.
Was it like
and
really bad crash or was it like?
It looked pretty bad.
Do you think it's because he's spiraling because he's broken up with Lori Harvey?
Listen, the way the internet be talking about
Yeah.
Hold on. Did y'all see when that girl was on that show and she answered the question about he had bad sex a few weeks ago?
What?
Nick
What?
Cannon's baby mama was on this like game show or something, and it was like a lie detector test, and they said like true or false, the sex is good or something, and she said, "Oh, it's bad."
With Nick Cannon?
With Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, oops.
Yes, and I heard he was a freak too, but I never heard if it was good or bad, so I don't know what.
How you a bad freak?
How you weird, but even weirder.
Because maybe he's just into some weird shit, but it's not good. I don't know.
Right. I don't know.
That's possible.
See, this is why I believe everybody should get married young.
Why?
Because you're not
Okay.
gonna go on no show and talk about
Tell
how
him.
how I perform.
Well, do you guys think she should have took the high road and just like kept it coy, or do you think that she should have said, yeah, it's good or bad?
Well, she was on the lie detector. It don't matter.
I know, but she could have kept it cute.
You could kill a lie detector.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna take it.
Well, they said the
I'm just
lie
saying.
detector only goes by if you're nervous or not. It's not really accurate.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
I
like
see,
a
I see.
heartbeat thing.
Yeah.
So if you like calm yourself down, you could lie. I'm not telling you how to do that.
Yeah.
I don't recommend that,
Okay.
but it's possible.
It's true. I know plenty of people who whatever. I would tell you, if a woman came on a nationally syndicated show and talked about my body,
That's why when you're having sex with people, you got to put your best foot forward and put your best work. Because I know, like, women, when they start having sex, I hear that they sometimes want to hold back because they don't want to be looked at as a freak.
Right, right.
But I feel like you're going to be in a group chat regardless, so it better be...
That's pretty fair.
I don't think straight guys have a group chat.
Well, it's a figure of speech, but they might be like, oh, that bitch shit, she a freak. Well, no.
I don't think they're going to tell.
If it's too good, I don't know what straight men talk about, to be honest, so y'all can tell me. But with me...
I know some people would.
If I meet a nigga with some good sex, as far as my friend's concerned, his dick little and the sex is trash, because I don't want you to want to. But if it's just a little freak, I was like, oh, bitch.
So far as the smart, strategic. Yeah. This is like worst I've ever had.
He got herpes. Like, you don't want a bitch.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I actually saw something on one of those sites today with the rapper Gloss Up. I don't know. She's on. She's Glorilla's best friend, and she's signed to QC, which is where the City Girls are. So she did an interview, and they were asking her if she's attracted to light skinned guys, and she said, "No, I don't even know how I got 2 light skinned children." And the guy, it was an interview in London, and the guy was like, "Well, what do you mean?" She said, "Well, a bitch was bragging on her nigga, and I fucked him." I said, "Oh." I'm glad I've been living by my rules.
That's why the strategy is in place.
When you talk about something too good, bitch, they want to try it.
Oh, no.
That's why you don't post your nigga on Instagram either, or your bitch.
Write that down, Kelly.
Wait, you've been with your girl 14 years. Y'all post on Instagram?
Not really. No.
Okay, good. No,
I keep it all personal.
14 years.
But at this point, everybody knows, though.
Yeah, you can be private and not be a secret.
Yeah.
I did a soft launch with my guy. This is the first time ever. I posted his arm and his leg on my close friend. And that's the most I ever did on Instagram.
People went crazy, huh?
Yeah, they was like, because I don't post niggas. And I would never. Because that's like giving your social security number away. Like, here, bitch, file my taxes. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
Oh, Lord.
It's funny because I just learned about this whole soft launch thing.
Yeah.
I saw a girl post the back of a man's head, and she's like kissing him, but you can't see. You saw his jawline or whatever. Every comment was like, "We love a soft launch." Yeah. I was like, "Is this marketing? Like,
what is this?
Like, what's happening?"
You gotta blur out the tattoos that's visible. Like, it's very like, let me ease into this and see.
It's true though, because this is gonna reveal a lot. I went to school with this girl. Mm-hmm. She grew up. She was already very beautiful in college, but she done Dr. Miami did, and she posted a guy's arm, and they're in like Turks and Caicos and Asia and all these things. Every week they somewhere else. So I'm like, I need to find out who this guy is. Oh, I sent my goons, and we found out who he is. And she tried hard not to, but once he has tattoos and he got a rollie on, it's gonna be on.
There's only so many sultans of countries.
Yeah. This is true. This is true. So I had to learn who he was. So I guess you really, do you regret the soft launch?
No, because nobody really seen it. That's why
he put it on close friends. That's how.
Close friends.
That's how.
Very, very
secret it was.
Group. Yeah.
I didn't even realize people was posting on close friends.
Yeah. You never seen when somebody said, if you add me to your close friends, I don't want to see you cooking and shit. I want to see you busting it open and shit. Something nasty. I don't give a fuck about your grandmother and her heart pills.
If we close, we close.
Post the OnlyFans link, Twitter link.
There you go.
That's what I want to see.
Do you have an OnlyFans?
No. Yeah. I thought about doing a foot page, but I'm trying to be like in love, and I don't want my nigga thinking
you seem like
yeah.
With feet.
Floozy.
I mean, cause you still gotta communicate with men and stuff like.
I guess.
But I mean, I don't know.
Just like,
cause I wouldn't want. I don't.
Your right big toe is wild.
Yeah, but men. Well, let me shut up.
No, it's true. I seen a girl tell me that she has a foot.
No,
page.
Guys legit have foot fetishes.
I
love
that.
cute
I don't
feet,
get that.
So I kind of have a fetish too. But if I post my feet on Instagram, the DMs is going up. Any other time it's dry as shit.
But you get your feet like done and stuff.
Yeah. I don't want to see a nigga ashy hoof. Crooked big toe on my fucking face.
Was he ever callous?
Yeah, like,
dude's foot?
No. No. If your feet look like Chris Rock fingers, keep it.
Oh, shit.
No.
He said,
y'all know what Chris Rock is.
Talk like this all the time.
Oh my
God. That is wild. I'm gonna remember that for sure.
I'm telling you, he needs to do comedy, yo. He's so funny.
He really does.
No.
Okay. All right. Let's get into this. So, the street's favorite. Ari Lennox. She was on stage, and this is my first time really paying attention to Ari Lennox. I've heard her music.
I love Ari.
I've heard her music. She has great music. I never noticed what she looked like. I never saw her before. So she's on stage and she's performing her music, and somebody throws a bottle at her. A bottle, which to me is insane.
Insane.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Throwing a bottle is like extraordinarily violent.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, flashback to when Cardi was in Vegas and they threw water on her and she threw the mic. So apparently there's a craze going on with fans wanting to disrespect the artist that's on stage.
Right.
But Ari recently did an interview with Angela Yee on Way Up with Angela Yee, where she was talking about being on tour with Rod Wave and saying that it's not really her crowd because it's a hip hop crowd, and she coming up here singing about love and shit. So
isn't Rod Wave kind of depressed love stuff?
Yeah, but it's still, I don't know. I don't listen to his music, so I can't tell you. But it does seem like a rougher crowd.
Yeah.
So funny that she did that interview last week, and then this week she's on stage singing, and then somebody threw a bottle. But I love Ari because she has a great personality. But I was cracking up because that bitch said, she was like, bitch, who the fuck did it? I love her even more now because I was like, girl, you better go off. I'm jumping in the crowd.
Right.
Oh, are you?
Right.
Yes, don't throw shit at me.
You saw 50 Cent through him, Mike.
Yeah. He got sued too and he settled.
Oh, did he settle?
I'm sure he did. Because he said something about, I forgot how he.
But he threw it out of anger. The crowd
They
person
ruled that
didn't
he didn't hit her purposefully.
Right.
But
He definitely did.
her injuries was big. So
I was at that show.
where was
Were
it?
you?
It was at Crypto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on tour with Busta Rhymes, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was at that show, and the sound was awful. And I love 50 Cent, but the sound. So he got upset because
that's why
the
he threw
mics.
it, right?
Yeah, he threw it because the mics were so bad, you couldn't hear anything. Like it just sounded like from the
man.
very beginning. So he had known. They even mentioned it. Like you could barely make out the words, but he was saying something like, "I know the sound isn't right, but."
I wonder if they did a sound check. Or are they so big now they just show up and it's like, these are the consequences?
I don't know, because the next day he went to another town and then he was like, "We did a sound check here," and so I don't know.
Okay.
But anyways, this Ari thing is interesting to me because first and foremost, that Cardi B situation, she was asking for people to throw water, and then it was like way later,
Right.
the person like threw away,
Right.
Missed the
like,
cue.
So, baby, you missed
Did I miss the water thing?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
So, but this Ari thing, I'm pretty sure she never said, "Yo,
She
throw a
never
bottle
did.
at me."
And she was
you
talking
know?
about love leading into her song.
Yeah, it's craziness.
Yeah.
So when I think about bottle throwing, I think about when Drake threw that bottle at Chris Brown, and he showed his like
remember
busted lip on Instagram. He was like,
He
"You
actually
throw-"
connected and hit Chris?
Yes, in the
Oh,
club.
that's why they had beef.
Yeah, they
I
had
mean, over
beef-
Rihanna.
Over
Yeah,
Rihanna, yeah. But Drake threw that bottle, and Chris Brown was cut up. Like his eyebrow was cut up, his lip was all jacked up. Yeah, that's dangerous as hell.
Yes.
So sassy.
It's glass.
This is a tangent.
Well, hold on. Before we finish, let me finish up with Ari. So then she went to the next city like 2 days later. She came out with her helmet on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she was like, "Is it cool, y'all, or can I take this shit off?"
Yeah.
And they was like she's in on the joke, so she has a great personality.
That's
I love
good. That's
Yeah.
good. At least
Yeah.
she's a good sport about it.
it. Yeah,
And also, that woman is beautiful. yo.
she's gorgeous. She really had a glow up during the pandemic. She got in the
really?
gym. She slimmed down, like she toned up, and she's just stepped it up. She looks amazing.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Is she Hotels?
Yeah, she was on that song "Sit on It" with Jasmine Sullivan.
Jasmine Sullivan made Hotels,
Yeah,
but she was on a song. in
she wrote
Hotels.
that song, and they did a duet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jasmine Sullivan's a little bit she's a little bit thicker.
Thicker
of a
girl,
woman.
yeah. You know
But-
Jasmine Sullivan. She did a Super Bowl last year. Sang the national anthem. Come on now.
Last year or this year? 2023?
Last year.
Tamar's been watching football like that. Yeah, it was
The Super Bowl.
I believe last
The
February.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like Dolly
It's the one where they
Parton.
throw the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Not these.
Yeah, no, this way, not this way.
Okay. I guess
From Philly, Lions, Tigers, and Bears.
she was signed to Meek.
No, she was signed to Missy. Yeah, she wasn't signed to Meek.
I need to
They just
listen.
both from Philly.
Cocoa Butter Baby.
Shea Butter
Shea
Baby
Butter
is
Baby.
Ari Lennox,
Who are we
who
talking
was
about?
signed to J. Cole. You were asking about Jasmine Sullivan.
Who are we talking about in this? Ari Lennox.
Yeah, signed to J. Cole.
She signed to J. Cole.
Yes.
She's the one they threw the bottle at.
Yes.
Okay, Lord.
Hello, welcome back.
I'm having trouble with these names. But okay, cool. What I was gonna say
About Drake.
I don't know why new sassy Drake. I kind of like it.
Why do you like it? He's acting very light skinned.
Yeah.
It's given I had lipo and I'm a bad bitch. I don't like it.
That's kind of why
I don't like my
it.
straight man acting like that. Straight man.
I think that's kind of why I like it because I don't know.
What do
I
y'all
feel like
think
he's
about the
coming out of
craze
his
with
shell.
men and like fingernail polish? Because I know Drake is like pushing that. Him, Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Would y'all get y'all nails painted?
No.
No. Yeah, I don't like that.
No.
Even for my community.
I don't like my nails like long, but
I
I
mean, they
wouldn't
could be
paint them.
stubby and black, I guess.
I guess. But like, Nerd's been doing that for years.
Cool.
Goth kids and all that stuff. They've been doing it for years.
If
But
you're
not
not like
rock-
in hip hop.
If you're
Right.
rock,
Yeah.
that's like fine.
Post
Or like a
Malone be
Lenny
doing it.
Kravitz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lenny
I can get
Kravitz.
into it with that.
If you
but
played a guitar,
Yeah.
you could do
if you
that.
rapping at me about your shooters and you trapping out the bando and all that, bitch, and you come up here with glitter, like,
yeah.
bitch,
Wait a minute though.
what?
Young Thug is about that life, and he was more than fingernail paintings. My man was wearing a dress and heels, and he was
You
doing
see
it
that
all.
verse that Cardi did on Jealousy with Offset, where she said she was calling Young Thug trade, basically meaning that's a gay term. Because Young Thug, I think, used to fuck with Akbar, and Cardi B and Akbar was beefing. So I don't know if Young Thug is all the way straight, but don't shoot me. I'm off of your case.
He's
and Young Thug means peace.
He's unavailable right now.
But
The bullets ain't coming your way right now. But wait a minute, is Akbar a man or a woman?
Akbar is a female that's on Love and Hip Hop. She's a rapper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so her and they was beefing, but yeah.
Oh, so she had shots for Thug?
I mean, she had shots for Akbar, but Thug caught her stray.
I see. Well, yikes. Let me get out of
Yeah.
this. What I was saying about the fingernails is I don't really like seeing it because I feel like when I see Drake, who's 6'2",
Is he that tall?
yeah,
Oh wow.
he's 6'2"
Okay.
and 37.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I need to say much more than
Yeah.
that. Like you're giant and you're like
Yeah.
you're getting face tattoos.
If he was
and
petite like
braids.
Pharrell, maybe.
Yes, if you're like
Yeah.
a little light in the wind.
It's like a size 13 foot with like French tip. It's like,
yeah.
Put your foot down,
Yeah.
please, man, sir.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Even like Yachty doing it, I'm just like, stop.
I don't like it.
Stop. I don't like the pushing of it. I just feel like it's weird. Like it's an odd movement. But then I see Saucy Santana wearing it, and I'm like, okay,
But
that's
if it's
fine.
the aesthetic, yeah.
That's like your thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? The nails and the BBL and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like I understand it.
Mhm.
I don't totally get. Again, though, like if you wear a leather jacket, go for it.
Right.
Or whatever. But Drake is putting on like yellow and different colors
Yeah,
and
but-
stuff like. No, the sassy part that I like is that like most rappers have to act super hard,
Yeah.
and when they can undo that and just be like,
He's just
whatever.
an emotional Scorpio, which I'm not mad at because I'm a Cancer, so I get it. But and I just started talking to a Scorpio, so I'm not gonna do too much. But I typically don't fuck with them. I really leave water signs alone because we're super like emotional.
They ain't gonna be in the close friends post.
No.
No soft launch show. Okay.
I don't even like people that I'm dating following them. But
Really?
I'm a look at their page, but I won't follow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that now too.
What, like people following you?
Yeah, like
Because what happened? You saw something?
no, it's like work related actually. Like I don't want people that I work with at like a job
Yeah.
to follow me.
Well, you know you can mute the page.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
learned about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm aware.
yeah, people are muted. But now I'm like, if you don't know me, because I'm not normal.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
No, we
if
know.
you,
We're aware.
Yeah, so if you don't know my sense of humor,
Yeah.
and the like crazy stuff that I could potentially say, or like memes that I could post,
Right.
and then you see it too early,
Yeah.
all the charm that you like,
Absolutely.
start going away.
Well, imagine my page where I have a sex and relationship podcast, but people who see that first Well, people who see it first and then talk to me is different than somebody not knowing who I am and then asking me for my Instagram. And I'm like, no. Because I don't want you thinking I'm sleazy.
Yeah.
This is all entertainment, by the way. Lies and false stories.
Y'all can't prove
I've been with
nothing.
4 men in my whole life, and bitch, that's it.
Okay. Just for the record.
We believe that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so here's our next subject. Saucy Santana speaks on why he wouldn't want a gay son.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that he doesn't want his child to go through some of the difficulties that he experienced in his life when he came out as a gay man.
Right.
What do you think about that?
I agree with Santana wholeheartedly. I'm a fan of Santana because I do believe that he's living his truth and he's very authentic, and I think that makes people very uncomfortable. But it takes a lot to arrive at that space. Even if you're not as flamboyant as Santana, or you like, you know, I don't want to say regular gay, but just an in-between metrosexual guy like myself, it's still like a lot to battle in the world to just walk out every day and decide that you're going to be you. You know what I'm saying? You already a black man, and then you gay on top of that. It's like, it's a lot with prejudice and like people just being ignorant, or you being in certain spaces and feeling like, you know, I can't wear these jeans over there. These ain't my straight jeans. Like I call them, like they got to be a little baggy if I'm going to this hood, or you know what I'm saying? You got to be watching your back. So I have a gay nephew who came out when he was like 15. He's like 20 now, but I really take him under my wing and try to, like, you know what I'm saying, protect him. But he's like really out loud. So the new generation is kind of like, they don't really give a fuck.
No, not
but
at
like,
all. Not at all.
Me, don't ask my age. Actually, I'm her age. But, you know, I come from a different era. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a little bit more easy into it.
It's these one-liners he hits you with. That you're like,
It really is.
he just
Like,
said
where
that.
did you get that from? Nobody said anything. I'm wrong.
Ask your mama, hey.
Yeah.
See, that's why I like Sassy Drake.
Yeah.
He's funny.
All right.
You know, it's funny.
Anyway, I agree with Santana. What y'all think?
This is going to sound crazy.
Go ahead.
But I think a lot of the overall general black community has like conservative thoughts
Yes.
on average. We may not align conservatively like politically, but if you just take pieces of like the general thought process and just throw them into a shade room comment section, it'll align.
Absolutely.
It'll align. And that's what I hear when I see what, like we just spoke about Drake's nails and like the straight males wearing nails, and then Saucy Santana like having this look on life. It kind of makes me think about Caitlyn Jenner when she's like a conservative trans person and who's like, look, I understand, like she's not scared to talk about things like sports, you know, the person who swapped genders, you know, or things that she really believes in, but seeing it from that perspective, which I think showcases a level of honesty, because he's coming from a place of like, I had to experience this and I understand the world might be a little bit different, because what is Saucy, like 30 maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so in 5 years, everything that Saucy Santana experienced is going to be pretty much gone.
What you mean?
As far as like in the grander scheme of American society, like city to city, not small towns.
Right.
I don't think the level of like people not understanding homosexuality is going to be the exact same.
I totally disagree.
You think so?
I think if you live in a state like California, New York, Atlanta, more progressive cities, you wouldn't feel the prejudice against gay. But middle America, the Bible Belt,
for sure,
which represents most of the world, and the shade room comments is disgusting. So just like the example he gave, if you came from the projects or you was raised a certain kind of way and you had it hard, you want to work hard so that your kids don't even have to experience that. So as a gay male, I mean, of course you accept your kids and of course you would guide them as best you can, but you wouldn't say, yeah, I want a gay son or daughter for them to have the adversity on top of regular life stuff. Like that's just the extra thing that you don't want. So no.
See, I think the footprint of understanding LGBTQ is expanding, and I can say that if you go to every city in every state, like major cities, not towns or villages, but for the most part, I think that's why Gen Z is more comfortable just being who they are, because the internet plays a role.
Right.
I did something at work the other day where there was a guy, I don't remember what state he was from, but he got onto the Zoom interview and he was so unapologetically himself.
Right.
And he was this hyper flamboyant guy who I actually would have never known because he makes fitness content, so he never speaks.
Right.
Or not fitness, fashion content, so he never speaks. But when he got in the call, it was, hey, honeys, like all of this stuff. And I was like, oh, snap. And I know at some point in time, somebody would have tried to hide that.
Yeah.
Like they would have got on the call, like trying to act, a certain kind of way. And he felt comfortable. And that made me say, like, I think Santana's experience is going to shrink to like certain parts where there's not as many population. But when you get there, it's going to be hardcore. Like it's hardcore in the same sense. But in the cities, Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego, parts of Texas, parts of Florida, New York, Atlanta. It may not. His fear may not be as like scary.
I think his experience is going to empower a younger generation coming up to be more fearless, but that's not going to change the attitude of the world. But
you think so?
Absolutely.
Do you think that people are still not tolerant of LGBTQ?
Absolutely. I don't go to straight clubs
like
at all.
20 years ago?
Not far removed. I mean, people are ignorant everywhere. And that's just that. It's dangerous everywhere. More dangerous for trans and, trans women and all that kind of stuff. So not making our experience the same, but people still ain't. And people will say stuff like a lot of, I have quite a few straight friends who love me, respect me because they like how I carry myself. And they'll make certain comments and be like, oh no, not you though. And I'm like, but you're still talking about the community as a whole. So you can't accept me and not accept everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not as sensitive as a lot of people in my community, so you can say certain things around me, but the mentality still hasn't changed. So it's like, I like your kind of gay, but them I don't like. You can't say that to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you ever feel like you have to like put on that mask still when you go certain places?
Not a mask, but I'll say like all my family is in Louisiana, so like when I go visit and I'm like around my younger nephews who might be like, or nieces who are more impressionable, like I'll definitely be more conscious because I know that, I am who I am, but I know that certain people feel a certain kind of way about certain things being around their children.
Yeah.
So that's just something that I think about, but I don't know if I should be thinking about that or
if you should just be yourself.
Or exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I do kind of like dial it down a little bit.
What about in places you're just unfamiliar with?
I don't like unfamiliar places. I go where I'm celebrated, not tolerated, and I like to be comfortable at all times. Or I'll stay the fuck home.
But when you travel, let's say you go to like an Asian country, or
if you're going overseas, them countries are way more conservative than America. So you definitely have to like, even in Dubai, I don't think you can like hold hands with a male and shit like that. You can get arrested.
Really?
They have a very low crime rate and they have like street cams everywhere from what I hear. And it's like, they'll find your hotel, they'll hold your passport when you get to the airport. If they see that you did something, peed in the street, violated something, did a gay act, it's like that.
Yeah. Well, the world on average, especially outside the United States, because I think that there's an initiative in the United States there's an initiative of like communities trying to put themselves on the map and like normalizing things versus other countries. And it's not all countries, but a lot of foreign countries, they're not as like accepting to that, I think about it in the black sense, like only in some parts of the country are you able to say something like, I didn't like that area because everybody was the same. Right. I was looking for diversity. Yeah. Imagine a country where like there's not black, white, Asian, this, that, and the third. Yeah. Everybody's gonna be the same.
There's German, so like there's English.
But sometimes it's also they're a communist country. They don't even respect women. So now you're trying to be extra progressive and come out with your mini skirt.
Exactly.
Like, okay. Exactly. You're trying to get stoned.
Exactly. No. That's why in the United States, I feel like you at least have space to have your agenda to be like, okay, look, even if we're not where we want to be right now, we can kind of put the message out and get to where we want to be, even if it's slow. Right. At least you're not going to get like, I don't know, like it's not going to be stonewalled by the government or something like that. They're going to try at the very least.
Well, in Jamaica, they can't even eat pussy. The men, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Go ahead.
imagine the backlash of being how they say a bati boy and all of that. Like, we ain't got time for that. We in America.
What you mean they can't eat pussy?
Well, apparently, you never heard that? Yes,
Well,
Americans, not Americans, Jamaican men don't eat pussy, allegedly. But I know Jamaicans who gobbling it up. But they wouldn't say it out loud. That's a thing.
Huh.
Sodomy, you can go to jail for fucking a woman or a male in the ass, from what I hear in Jamaica. So it's a crime.
It's a crime.
A crime.
Here's something I will say. I went to Singapore 3 weeks ago, and I asked about the whole like chewing gum and getting caned thing.
I never heard it. What's that?
Okay, so chewing gum in Singapore is supposed to be illegal. It's illegal because it's like this beautiful, financially advanced, technologically advanced country, and if they realized that people were eating gum and like spitting it in the street, putting it in the furniture and stuff, and just making the whole place disgusting. So they were like, no more gum. And then there was this whole thing that people were explaining that if you eat gum in Singapore and or you potentially like spit it in the street or on the floor, somebody comes out and canes you.
Like what kind of cane? Like the Apollo cane? Like just somebody out the blue, or they on parole, or like
it's like an officer.
Yeah.
They come out and they cane you.
Oh wow.
And so when I met the people in Singapore, I was like, "Is this real?" And they started giggling and laughing. They're like, "You can't eat gum in Singapore. You can't just throw it away or whatever." The cane thing is an exaggeration.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some type of punishment, but
you're gonna get punished
because they even some of those Asian countries block like Google and access to Instagram and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So it's like now if they illegal chewing gum over there, imagine if they know how I munch on dick. You think they ain't gonna stone and cane my motherfucking ass?
This will be more than a cane.
Yeah, bitch, they gonna bop me in my motherfucking head. Like,
you gotta
be minding my business. They have a good time.
I don't know what to do with this guy. We should have prayed.
So in answer to the question, he don't go nowhere where it's
I don't go nowhere.
unfamiliar.
Bring it on back.
Okay, we on to the next. All right, you're gonna have to tell us what this means. Nene Leakes is returning to reality TV.
Okay, so Nene has been going from Housewives for some years now, and it's public knowledge that she sued Andy Cohen and Bravo TV. But they are in mediation right now, which means they're trying to still come to some kind of settlement agreement. So in the past few weeks, there's been rumblings that she may be returning because the franchise has been failing. They did say that they're doing some cash shakeups, and they already fired, I think, 2 housewives. So they're trying to bring Portia back, I believe. They tried to bring her back last season, but she wanted too much money, so I think they're trying to make the space. And then Bravo just started back following Nene on Instagram. And then Nene did an interview with Bethany from Real Housewives of New York with this big reality TV reckoning thing. And they're actually getting like SAG laws in place for like non-union reality stars. But she deleted all that content that she did with Bethany off her page. So it's kind of like speculation that she's like gearing up to be back a part of the Bravo family. But
wait, so is Bethany is a part of the franchise?
Well, she was.
She's no longer.
She's the head of Skinny Girl Drinks Margaritas.
Yes.
So she's like 100 millionaire.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but she's
on TikTok.
She's on everything.
Yeah, she makes affiliate content.
I don't know what she make on that. I don't know.
Okay.
Not on TikTok. But Nene was the one who led the charge in the Bravo thing. But once Bethany got on her side and started speaking out and brought the money and the lawyers in, that's when change started to happen. So she actually has Hollywood power players making changes for reality TV.
Nene Leakes she was the star of which?
Atlanta Housewives.
Atlanta Housewives.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, and that was the most famous one? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
The all-black cast.
So with her coming back to this, I know I've heard a few things. I've heard like talking a lot of trash about it, and she said something like she would never come back. Or
she said she was open, and Andy is kind of like tap dancing around it too. But I think ultimately money talks. So if the network wanted to put their ego aside and get the ratings back, they would bring Nene back and pay her out for whatever the lawsuit is. Andy
Cohen is a white man?
Definitely a white man.
Okay. Here's my
Who
question.
loves black men.
Oh. Okay. That sounds like the people from Good Morning America. Okay, here's
they want to take us to the bedroom. They don't want to take us home. That's another thing.
We'll talk about that. So my question is, I thought Real Housewives was like the biggest thing right now with Salt Lake, Dubai,
Salt Lake,
all these
Dubai,
big shows.
Orange County, Miami.
So it's failing?
No, the Atlanta franchise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who else is on that show?
Kenya Moore, Candy Burris. It was Drew Sidora, Sanya Richards, Sheree Whitfield, and Marlo Hampton. I don't know if any of those names.
I know two or three names.
Yeah.
I know
Kenya.
Nope.
Candy.
I know Candy.
Yeah. Kenya was like the second Miss America after Vanessa Williams, Black Miss America.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I know Candy. I know Candy.
Yeah, Candy.
Candy. She was on Big Brother.
You know Drew Sidora from the TLC movie.
I know the name Drew
And the
Sidora.
game. She was the
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I do. That's where I know her from. Drew Sidora, and then who else?
everybody else don't matter.
Okay. There was another
That's
name
the
you said
problem.
on there. Yeah, that I know.
Sheree, Marlo.
Marlo
used to be Nene's friend. She brought her on the
okay,
show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with her coming back to the show, this is a big deal.
That would be massive. If they can get Portia, Nene, Candy, Kenya, and maybe Cynthia, then it will be back to its glory days.
You know, a lot of white people watch that show, the Atlanta one.
Yeah. White people watch everything black. Is that surprising? Hello. Next caller.
I only know that because I went to this like 50-year-old lady's house, and before we got into our conversation, she made me sit and finish her episode of Real Housewives.
Yeah, Nene is huge. Remember, she did Broadway, Cinderella. She did The New Normal. She did Glee with Ryan Murphy. Like,
She's an actress?
yes.
Oh.
She started off as an actress in pilot season, and then somehow the producers found out about her in Atlanta, and then she brought the whole friend group to Atlanta. So she basically casted everybody.
Oh, wow.
And then they just threw her away after they used her.
Well, welcome to the business.
Welcome to white people.
So, what the plot of Real Housewives is like?
Rich housewives showing like I'm living this life and being fab on a day to day basically.
Like kind of like the Kardashian type show.
I don't know. I don't know what the premise of the Kardashians is. I think it's just for them to show their family life, but no, not the same for real.
Okay. Is it? It's not on. They've never done anything on Zeus, right?
No, Bravo, Peacock, Paramount. I think. Yeah.
Okay. So you're a big fan.
I'm a huge fan.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing most of the people that the Shade Room posts that I don't know who they are probably comes from Real Housewives, huh?
I mean, they post from everything pop culture. They post Portia all the time, but I can see they talk to you about that, but you wouldn't know.
Portia Williams.
Yeah.
I know. I've seen her
Yeah.
before.
They said she stole that lady husband.
Oh yeah, the old guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Simon.
Yeah, Simon.
They just made their 1 year anniversary
Oh,
being married.
that's awful.
No. Her and that girl wasn't friends.
So
Don't brag on your nigga, I'ma fuck him.
Oh.
It all
Back
comes
to
back.
rule number one.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Okay.
Write that down.
You know, from here on out, I'm never telling anybody
None
about
of that.
anything.
When they ask you the pussy trash, she stink. That's what you tell your friend.
You know, I got some sick friends. But, let me just investigate.
Yeah.
I like a little smell.
He got a weird sense. He got a weird sense of smell.
Yeah.
He's a little odd that one. When I tried it, it was good. Okay. All right then. All right. Well, congratulations to Nene coming back onto Andy Cohen
That'd
show.
be great. I wish her the best. I want her to do something good.
She has great gifts.
She's like hilarious. She's good TV.
I might be wrong here, but there's a clip that I love sharing.
Oh, the gifts. I was thinking gifts. I'm like, what she be giving?
No, like
Yeah,
memes,
memes for
like
sure.
Geef, like
Yeah,
she
yeah,
like
yeah.
like she be making faces like that. But my favorite one is she says, not a white fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's
together.
funny.
No, my favorite one is I said what I said.
Yes,
Yeah.
that woman is hilarious.
Mhm.
I saw an interview with her on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I like her a lot. All right, well, shout out to Nene. Nene Leaks. Is that her real name?
Yeah. Well, Lanithia.
Lord.
She's from Athens, Georgia. If that
For
makes
sure.
any
For
difference.
sure.
I love that.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right then. Okay, so Beyonce put out a new song.
Yeah, she did.
It's making waves on
Let's
the
not
internet.
skip to the song. Let's talk about the Renaissance.
Okay.
Motherfucking tour that came out this weekend, which is epic. I saw it on Thursday night, opening night.
What time did you see it at?
I saw it at 7:30.
Okay, so you had enough energy to watch all 3 hours.
It was 2 hours and 48 minutes.
Lord.
of phenomenal content. Well, the actual tour was 3 hours, so this was the tour mixed in with documentary style behind the scenes making of the tour.
Wow.
I see.
I can tell you for sure Beyonce puts on long shows because I went to
a lot of hits.
Beychella.
Yeah.
Lord, I had to sit down. I was like,
Not you
I
exhausted
can't.
with the queen.
I was so tired. I was like, okay, it's been a good minute. How many more songs?
You
does she
can't
have?
focus on the. See, you gotta enjoy the moment. Why y'all worry about the time? I can't stand that shit. That's like when I send my friends a podcast episode. They like it's an hour. Bitch, who give a fuck?
What you
Y'all
gonna
listen.
do? What do you have else to
Yeah.
do? Just
Be entertained.
At least in the podcast, they gonna listen while they at work. They're like chilling.
But some
they're
people are like
driving.
intimidated by the length. It's like, don't
Yeah,
worry
that's
about
true.
that. Just get into it.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. But when you standing,
Well, true. And you drunk.
yeah. That was a lot for me.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was a great show.
So at the end of the movie, she dropped a new song called My House,
yes.
which I feel like is an homage to the ballroom scene and stuff. So I don't think it's for her core Beyonce fan base. It's for like the gays.
See, I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So, what? Explain like quickly. What is Ball House? Is it Ball House or
Ballroom.
Ballroom. Okay. Ballroom.
I'm not the best one to explain it because I'm not super familiar, but I've been to a couple of balls. It's like a subculture of the gay community where there are like categories like sex siren, femme queen, butch queen realness, and all this kind of stuff. To where you like compete. I don't know.
you have to dress up.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
okay,
you can have a face category, like if you.
So it's like RuPaul.
Something like that, but that's drag.
Oh,
So I don't want to offend the community because I don't know
I'm sorry.
everything, but
Where'd it go?
I'm sorry.
it's something like that.
Okay, I see.
But
so
it's different houses: Balenciaga, Mugler, Chanel,
I see.
that compete.
Got it.
So the song is like they're gonna use it in their like show or something.
I'm sure people would like, yeah,
This is the song where she says something about my nipple rings, right?
yeah.
Okay, that was a bit of a shock for me to hear.
I don't know if she have the nipple rings, but it did catch me also.
yeah.
But you know, Virgos are freaks.
I've never thought about Beyonce in a sexual manner at all.
I've heard people say that, but I mean, I think Beyonce is just everything. I think she's a classy woman. I think she's a sexy woman. I think she's a nasty woman with her man. I think she all encompassing. Beyonce's like me as a man, you know, very pulled up and classy,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
But I'm a freak for my nigga.
Yeah.
But none of you niggas can get it.
Nigga, okay.
I don't care what I put on
I know
Instagram.
that.
No matter how much dick you think I suck.
I have a hard time believing that.
No, you should believe it.
Okay. I have a feeling if the right person watches this,
The right person.
Okay.
Not every person.
Like 2, 3 people.
4 or 5. I got a list going.
This guy's
You
sick.
know.
$5, $500 ain't bad.
That's a big
Right.
number. That's a big number. I've only seen 200 women in my life. Okay.
I told you the number is 4.
Right. Forever. You know what J. Cole said, huh, Craig?
What do you say?
He said, whatever number they tell you, you got to multiply by 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
But I don't. Well, hold on. When we done with My House, there was some talk a few weeks ago about. I mean, there's always talk about women and their body counts, but I forgot who said. Was it like 30 men? Was it a lot or 25?
Oh, yes.
What was it?
It was a woman who said it.
Was it Brittany Renner?
Brittany Renner.
Okay,
She
she
said she
said-
only been with 30 women. Or 35 men.
35 men. Okay.
She had only been with 35
Is
men.
35 a lot? Or does it depend on your age?
My immediate reaction is a lot.
But you've been with your high school sweetheart. So
Yeah. So I'm kind of
you have
biased.
a-
I'm
yeah.
kind of biased. But I feel like, first of all, do you? But 10 is cool.
10 like for a certain age or just through a lifespan?
You gotta think about that too. How old is this person? If 35 and you 70, all right.
But if we constantly hear that,
Brittany Renner's at 70.
if we constantly hear that men and women ain't shit, like obviously if somebody ain't working out, you move on to the next one. So that's like an average of like maybe
That's
2
true,
guys a
too.
year. So 10
I think
ain't
it's
a
just
lot.
the
the number.
the misogyny in your head or whatever you want to call it
Yeah.
of it being like, oh, that's a lot. Like, what's going on down there? You know?
Because guys always talking about they want a freak, but how you gonna get a freak who been with 2 niggas?
Yeah.
Not that you can't be nasty and learn everything from one person, but like you gotta
But
have
still,
experience.
yeah.
Because
Gotta
they
get
gonna
out
cheat
there.
with the stripper who done fuck niggas.
There you go.
That's not a guarantee.
What? Well, no. Well, yeah, that's true. True. Let me not. Don't cancel me. Don't throw tomatoes. But an experienced woman, they like experienced women. They want you to be able to put the dick and the balls in your mouth at the same time. And this bitch get here, she tight mouth with no spit sucking dick, and they gonna cheat on her. But she only been with 2 guys, and you love the queen. So which is it?
When I heard Brittany Renner say 30 or 35, I said, that don't sound like anything crazy to me.
That don't sound crazy to you?
It doesn't sound crazy because...
It was just my immediate reaction. I was like, oh, that's bigger than 10.
See, the 10 thing, I think, is... I hear that all the time. Like,
so
10,
low.
double digits. But I feel like you feel that way until you're like 25-ish. And then
It's a
after
good
that,
point, though. Like,
If
like-
you've been to college, I can't speak as a woman, but I'm gonna say you probably. I'm talking about bitches I know what's fucking. 4 years of college, you probably got 10 bodies in college.
That's...
And you
'Cause
probably would
you
start fucking at 15,
experimenting.
16, so maybe add 4 to that. Now you in your 20s, you know what I'm saying? You really out in the world, bitch. Add 15 more.
listen, the math be mathing.
Yeah.
So, all right,
To me-
okay. The
to
35 is
me-
not nothing.
You could run through a respectable 3 people a year. Like, I think, like, even 4, like 1 a quarter. I think, like, it's understandable. Because you could meet somebody, take a month, and then y'all talk, and then you finally get it in. It takes a month and a half to find out it don't work out, and then you move on to the next. I think 3 or 4 people a year is understandable over a period of time. Like, you can't do that every single year.
But I don't know if people purposely be like, damn, I'm about to get a new nigga. No, it just be happening. Life is like,
Yeah.
I
this
understand
ain't
that.
work out. I done met somebody else. Next thing you know, you at 20 people. It's like, well, damn. I always say, I didn't ask to be in the streets. I was thrown here.
Listen, you could also think about that, though. you could also be like, look, I'm not trying to just spread my body everywhere, which I also respect, and I think that's
Yeah, but he said he
hard.
wanted my pussy for 45 minutes. So I got to let this man go. This might be my husband. You know, sometimes the Lord will use people to talk to.
No, don't do that.
But hold on. So,
Don't do that.
for a straight man, what do you think is like the average number of partners, either for a lifetime or by the time you 30? From people you talk to or what you think, I don't know.
Man, the world is different today. Let me finish up on the Brittany Renner point.
Okay.
I think for Brittany Renner, being in a spotlight for 11 years or whatever, I've known about her forever now at this point. She's this gorgeous woman. She writes a book about her sleeping with Lil Uzi, Colin Kaepernick. Obviously, she's like around all these celebrities, guys with a lot of money, influence, and power. She
Yeah.
talks about her being a big old freak. She posts her body online like that's just what she does. I was thinking like, shoot, number might be 300, you know, but 30, I'm like,
Yeah.
she kind of respects herself, you know. So to me, that don't sound crazy.
Yeah.
Now, if it was just like a normal woman who might have been like, if she was like 22 and she went through 30, I'd be like, yo, therapy.
Okay.
But if you 30,
Yeah, 22 and 30 is a lot.
yeah, if you 20, if you 33
Yeah.
and you've been through 30 people, that's 3 people a year.
Yeah.
And you know what? You don't always have to go through 3 people a year. There's early on, sometimes you can go through like 7 people in a year. And then after a while, you're
Right.
like, all right, let me relax.
Yeah.
I was wilding. You know, then after that, you taper down to 3, and then
Right.
eventually you get down to like, yo, I don't want to do this
Yeah.
anymore. And it's understandable how
That's
you
why
can
I
get
don't
upset.
want to
Yeah.
do this no more.
Yeah, you don't want to, but you.
You said, I don't
It's always the
know.
quiet ones that's nasty, never the ones that's talking about it. Keep that in your mind.
Oh, see, there you go.
Keep that in your mind, Chris.
I
No,
will.
but the question about straight men,
Okay.
what is the most straight men I know have had like 100 plus partners,
Oh my god.
like grown men. Yeah.
Mm.
So if I hear a woman say 30, 35, I'm like, yeah, okay. Because men are fucking somebody. They ain't fucking each other sometimes. But like, you know,
Sometimes.
yeah, they fucking somebody. So these women is getting bodies too, just like the men. If you think about it like that.
You said when you said you said
100
100
plus.
That's a lot of people.
That's quite a few
of people. Do you know how many AIDS there are?
Yeah. There's also PrEP, which is
I don't want to take
in the
none
gay
of that
community,
shit.
but for straight people too.
You have to take it every day.
Every day. Or they have a shot now. I think you can get every 3 months.
Oh my gosh. No,
Birth control.
I can't be outside like that.
Medical miracles.
Yeah.
You're not scared of nothing anymore?
Yeah. I'm scared. I'm scared.
We got him. We got him.
Me and my friends say it all the time. Like, we too old to be catching STDs at this age. Like, chlamydia, gonorrhea, like, no. So it's very like you keep dealing with the same people you've been dealing with,
and you don't want to add any bodies to you.
I ain't worried about the bodies. I don't have that many bodies.
Just 4.
Baby, if y'all, you ain't about to crucify me. If y'all got a problem with Britney, bitch. Child.
Here's the thing.
Throw me away.
I think as a straight man, I can understand before you get married, especially if you get married in your 30s. Like if you got married in your mid 30s, late 30s, I can understand how you knock off like 40.
Absolutely.
Like for sure. From them first 10 years, like 20 to 30.
And after a breakup, people will normally wild out after a breakup. So
Facts.
like, yeah.
After a breakup. Then you start getting your wits about you about 31, 32. Slow down a little tiny bit. But even then, you still kind of like, one little weekend, whatever. So I can understand at most, without you having to see a psychologist, like 40.
It depends on how popular you are, if you play sports, if you was somebody who was really outside or you was in the house. Like, it's a lot of factors to that.
Yeah.
But it's scary, too, because, like, I understand you could be attractive, you could be all this, but y'all don't, they don't just be thinking about, like, yo, what can I catch?
But when you young, you're not thinking that. You thinking as a grown man in your 30s, looking back like, damn, I was tripping.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
I know the Lord has saved me. I done survived Atlanta, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I just survived the HIV era, and now we actually have PrEP to where you can prevent certain things. Like, trust me.
Does it 100%?
Nothing is 100%. But it's like
99%?
Yeah.
Are y'all, like, is the people who are on PrEP,
Me.
are they rocking, like, raw?
I don't know what they do. I'm a lady of the cloth.
I like that. I'm a lady of the cloth, he said. I like that.
But allegedly, from what the
From what I had heard from other people.
the people be having raw sex, but that the strands of gonorrhea and chlamydia have become resistant. So that's increased. Like HIV is down, but other curable STDs are like more persistent. So
That's
you ain't gonna get the big one like Sanford and Son, but you know what I'm saying? You might have to get you a little shot 7 days or whatever to take your little antibiotic.
See, I don't want that.
Yeah, nobody want it.
But if it's the curable stuff that's getting
I call it
popular.
the ninja.
No,
If it ain't the
don't
ninja.
shrug at that.
I'm
But
I'm over here.
I mean, I don't know if this is I might be on the wrong platform. Forgive me. Me and my friends, we always say like an STD is a rite of passage. You know, you ain't been burned a little. You know what I'm saying? Not you, because you got a high school sweetheart.
No.
You ain't never had a little clap.
nothing ever burns when you pee sometimes.
Yeah. And
Anything
don't
itch?
lie.
Anything itch sometimes?
I never have, me personally.
Okay.
One time, it was in my mind.
Like you had a little discharge.
No, I never had that. But I was like, I don't know, I freaked out.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, all of this physical
You had
things.
raw sex? You had raw sex?
No.
You never had raw sex? How you, well, no. You actually can get chlamydia and gonorrhea from throat too. You know.
See, that's the. But I don't know. I don't like physical stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you one time, I can go the rest of my life and I don't have to touch a person.
Yeah.
Me and Chris were talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, I just don't want to touch somebody.
Because of the fear of stuff.
I don't know. I feel like there's just the fear of everything. Like
You
I
can't
just
live like that. You gotta
I
live.
know.
Go
I'm
ahead.
I
not
said the
wrong.
same
I'm
thing.
not scared of life, but I'm scared of like physical things.
So what? Y'all could go get tested together. It's nothing like intimacy when you really love and trust the person and you could just do whatever and be free. Let me tell you, after 14 years with me and mine, it's gonna be a mess. But because it's a mess now. But you know, you strive for that kind of like comfort with somebody.
I know it's something
You gotta
that
get out of your mind.
I have to get over it, but it's also I'm
Because
just
that's going to
so-
be a factor to connect with
Yeah.
somebody.
I know it's been in the past. Like there have been people that I dated that was like he will not touch me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm staying far away.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem for people.
I know. It's I feel like the best way to go is to be in an abstinent relationship until you get married.
Oh, well. I actually had this conversation the other day. I forgot how it came up about celibacy. I can't remember who we were talking about, but I dated a guy years ago who I, been intimate with. And then and years later, he hit me up trying to like rekindle. He had like moved to New York or whatever, and he was on some, oh, what would you think if I told you I was celibate, trying to wait till marriage? And I said, I don't think nothing about it because I ain't doing it. And I just ain't. We done already fucked. What you talking about?
Yeah, how do you?
Because you were on a spiritual journey, not me.
I get it.
And it's like, are we doing the Nick and Mariah wedding like in 3 weeks? Like we could do that.
Oh, you would have married him?
No, I'm just saying if you talking about abstinent and celibacy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because when I get married, I want a 2-year engagement. So what we doing for 2 years? Like really?
Yeah. Well, you don't know. I wouldn't live with them before.
Oh, hell.
Oh, see.
Well, hell, we your friend.
Yeah, this is a deeper conversation you
Yeah.
gotta have.
I can't wait to split rent with somebody. So, baby, as soon as we hit 6 months, you moving in?
I feel like a long distance relationship is what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pen pals.
I'm broken inside because I actually really liked the long distance relationship I had a long
That's a
time
great
ago.
intimacy.
You think so?
I remember watching Sally Jesse Raphael years ago. Once I said, don't ask me my age, bitch. But there was a lady on there who used to date nothing but gay men. And so I think a psychologist or somebody was on there and said, well, this is you being attracted to men that you know you can't have because of the fear of like intimacy.
You need a hug.
Yeah.
Not from me, but you need a hug.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard. I feel like this day and age, this is going to lead to our next topic. I fear a lot of like doing the wrong thing, even though I feel like inside my heart I'm trying to do the right thing.
Right.
But then it kind of requires people to stand up for you to say like, no, this is a good person. This
Right.
is not something they would have done. And that is not what we're seeing when it comes to Diddy. We have a lot of celebrities who are not 100% really trying to stand on business when it comes to Diddy and this allegation. Now, I will preface it by saying this. I know what the people want. I want the people want the celebrities to say, oh, I saw him do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know he's a monster. Oh, it's my turn. Well, Columbus Short started speaking. Oh, yeah, finally somebody said it. But at the same time, it's just allegations at this moment. And I don't know why 100% people don't want to. Some people say they don't want to get sued. Some people say they just don't want to spread false rumors about a person. Why do you think celebrities are not really jumping off and standing on business when it comes to Diddy and his allegations?
When it comes to Diddy specifically, that is $1 million question because when it came to R. Kelly, people was jumping out the woodwork and had everything to say about him. But money and power is a real thing in the industry. But I think it's telling that a lot of people aren't saying anything and defending him as much as it is people just being quiet. Because a lot of people there's been murmurings. If you're in the industry, you've heard things. And we're going to leave it at that, for years. Just sexually speaking and just from not being necessarily the nicest person, business-wise. But a lot of the Danny Kane, Aubrey been speaking up for years about Diddy and stuff. Like, people have been talking, but they've been getting shut down. So the fact that Cassie was able to come out and just cause a ruckus is very telling. And the fact that they settled 24 hours later is even more telling.
Yeah, we were on the podcast talking about it, and then he picked up his phone and was like, oh, they settled it, right?
Yeah. That's a lot.
What do you think the settlement means to you?
To me, I believe everything that Cassie said. Me speaking. Yeah. I think the settlement means where there's smoke, there's fire. I think if she truly is a sexual abuse victim and survivor, people want to be like, why are you coming out now? It takes a lot of healing. Like, she knows it's going to be a lot of backlash, her coming out now. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be in the right mental space to be ready for that kind of stuff. But everything that she said is very specific. You would have to have a very vivid imagination for something on here not to be true. So even if it ain't all true, it was enough to get some money passed around.
I have a question about some of the things that she alleged.
Like what?
So let's say they did have a freak off, and she's participating in the freak off. Is she saying that he forced her to do the freak offs, or was she not a willing participant?
She's saying that she was drugged and under the influence. And that also goes into sex trafficking when you're going state to state. It's not about being two consensual adults having sex and bringing and having whatever, because it's not about shaming what you like. It's about, I don't really want to do this, and out of fear, or because you dangling something over my head, or because you are my employer and my career is in your hands, I can't tell you no.
Yeah.
Which is why she sued all the companies involved, his LLCs, not just him, Epic Records. She was suing as an employee, as a girlfriend, as a coworker, as a bottle girl for Ciroc. Like, and those, I don't know if you saw the breakdown that this lawyer did, but it was the insurance companies that settled with her. It wasn't necessarily Diddy per se.
Yeah, there's insurance policies.
Yeah,
on all
so
that stuff, yeah.
they would have to find something verifiable in order to come off that kind of money. It ain't
that
just
quick.
Yeah.
Because you know, if you get in a car accident, State Farm is like, well, who was driving?
Exactly.
Yeah,
We ain't
yeah,
liable.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And if she revealed all of that in just the initial court document and they bring that to trial, you think that lady ain't got all kind of video and footage and text and stuff that's really gonna come out and damage some stuff? And all the people that she would have had to subpoena from the companies?
I think damage is pretty much done. Because if it's not her, it's 50 Cent tagging.
Baby, 50 is
Okay.
relentless.
He's on his head.
That's a cancer for you. That's me, baby.
And tagging the companies who are funding Revolt. That way, if they don't stop funding Revolt, you say, "Hey, are you funding a sexual abuser?"
Right.
You know, this is like, the Great Wall is falling.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in the industry are not speaking on Diddy the way that we think they should, because they do it too.
Now, that's the thing. I think
that's bold.
I think when it comes to abuse specifically, a lot of men in general in the industry won't speak up because they don't want their skeletons being dragged out.
Exactly.
Just like how, I mean, not switching gears, but Sharonis, who was the brother of Darius, who was dating Kiki, he's on Insecure, and he came and spoke out and defended his brother, and then the fans dug up his shit.
He's an actor?
He's an actor. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Who also is in a pending domestic violence thing and custody battle with his baby mama.
Oh, Lord.
So
Great.
people are being quiet because they don't want you bothering them.
Right.
That's number one. And then they're being quiet because of relationship. Because, Diddy throws the biggest party. He's a rich man. Like, a lot of people like him and are friends with him. So it's like, you don't know how to feel. Going back to the interview that Nick Cannon just did with Angela Yee about, like, damn, it's like watching a family member. Like, what do? Do you throw him away, or do you just, like, what do you say when it's somebody that you really know, but you don't know him like that? So.
They didn't have a problem talking about Bill Cosby, and he was a pretty powerful guy, but I guess he was just past
He was in a different era. But you know what? Bill Cosby was also very, he looked down on the younger generation and had a lot of critique. So a lot of people were waiting for him to, like, fall so they can be like, see, you calling us out for sagging our pants or for carrying ourselves a certain kind of way, but here you are drugging people. Bill Cosby.
It made me very surprised to hear, and I guess not that surprised, but surprised in a sense, to hear that Jamie Foxx also caught an allegation.
I'm not too versed on that, and I mean, maybe I'm biased because I love Jamie Foxx, and this happens with celebrities, but I don't know if I believe that one too. I would have to hear and see more.
I'm not going to say too much on camera.
Yeah. We know that allegedly Jamie have some, have parties just like Diddy be having parties and stuff. So we don't know what goes on, but he don't strike me as like a let me drug you or abuse type. But you never know, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I want this to age well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But a lot of people caught one. Jamie Foxx, the mayor of New York.
Yeah.
Jimmy Iovine.
L.A. Reid.
L.A. Reid. A lot of people caught one because it's
a lot of these people also.
Trey Songz caught one too?
Trey Songz been in the media about
right, for sure. But because this one is specific to New York.
Russell Simmons.
Well, come on. I'm in Bali. We know why. So this is specific to a law in New York that was open for a year that allowed sexual assault victims to go to court, sue them financially for any assault that happened at any point in time. Yeah. That's why you're hearing
that law was expiring November 24th.
Correct.
It was the adult something.
Sexual abuse victims law, something like that in New York. Yeah. So, if you were ever assaulted sexually by somebody at any point in time, you could sue them. So that's why the two other allegations that came for Diddy came back from the 90s.
Yeah.
And the one for the mayor of New York is also in like 91 or 96 or something like that. So you're hearing all these old stories and things that are popping up from who knows when. Jamie's is also from New York. So I just wonder.
I'm trying to think about who touched me in New York. Because I need some fucking money.
It's too late.
I'm so fucking tired.
You don't want to say that right now.
Why not?
Okay,
There's a lot of niggas that didn't touch me, but they ain't had no money. Shit.
Were you at a Diddy party, Daddy?
No, I didn't. No, I wasn't, unfortunately.
I didn't get the invite.
Yeah.
How unfortunate. All right. Switching to a kind of sad, but I guess we're the only sad folks talking about it. DC Young Fly, his, I want to say girlfriend, but
long time
partner, mother of his children, passed away, and to be frank, he just doesn't seem that sad about it. And the internet has something to say about it, which I kind of felt the first time I saw it. Like the moment she passed away, he put music out.
I didn't know that. I wasn't familiar with that. I actually just saw that backlash this week when he was on Tamron Hall show. Like people were saying that like they couldn't feel him or he wasn't empathetic enough. But I'm also like, how do you know, people grieve differently. So what exactly do you want him to do? Do you just want to see him cry on camera? Or like, I don't know will make people satisfied.
Right, yeah. I think, you know, if you're the person that like celebrates a life versus mourning a death, then it's going to translate different, but I don't know.
But like, I'm a person who's not
they got
super
kids
vulnerable,
together, right?
So if like somebody might see me and be like, he's not grieving or he's not handling it the way I would handle it or the way that I want to see him grieve.
You don't know
like,
what's going
you're
on
not going to see it
behind closed doors.
Yeah. So I don't get the backlash, but when I watched the interview, I thought it was like heartfelt, and I thought, you know, I don't know, I didn't feel a way about it.
He seems like a very strong guy.
Yeah.
Even when I saw him play music, it might have been a week after she died and he dropped the song. He then said something about like how much he's a prayer warrior, and you know, when you're like a Southern person and you grew up in church, some things you I don't know how to take, at least publicly. Right. You don't know if he goes home and he's like,
I'm sure,
you know, because he has the kids.
Yeah,
like,
under 2.
Yeah,
yeah.
He has children that was with this woman. So you don't know if he's putting on a strong face just so that when the kids watch in the future, they're like, my dad was a strong dude. So it could come off that way, but we do live in a time when, you remember when Obama cried?
No.
So there was a mass shooting. A bunch of kids passed away. And Obama was speaking. It was a huge moment because it was like a single tear that fell, and he did like one of these. And it was like on the news everywhere, more than when he wore that tan suit. And it was this moment that just showed him as a person,
right?
You know, and if we go back to our Beyonce conversation, I think about Beyonce as like a product. Like,
shut your mouth.
I am. That's why.
Keep
like,
Beyonce out your motherfucking mouth.
No. I think about her as like this, like very well crafted. Like that's why I don't really have like a lot of like thoughts beyond just like respect.
Right.
Like, okay, when you're talking about like sexual things, I'm like, I never even thought about that. You right? But that is, in a sense, sometimes makes a person not a person. You know. So DC Young Fly, when he doesn't showcase the emotion that you're looking for, it almost makes him just seem like, oh, you're just like a product. Like you're just somebody who's just.
But he also said, I don't know if you watched the Tamron Hall interview, that he was numb to death because he's had so much around it growing up. So
I hear that from Atlanta people all the time.
Yeah, if you grow up in a certain environment, you might have seen your parents, you know, both addicts. You might have had your best friend get shot and killed, a couple of them, or your brother or sister die from domestic violence or something. So it's like, okay, by the time this person dies, it's like I don't even have the capacity to grieve, because if I allow myself to go down that rabbit hole, it'll take me out. So you have to build up like, you know, walls to like just keep sane.
That is so sad.
It's very sad.
And I mean, when I hear about that, and it's a lot of like New York, Atlanta people who say these kind of things, Chicago people, I just wonder, like, I wonder if they feel like at a certain point, like this is normal and it's okay. or if they ever have in their mind like this pattern needs to change.
But did you watch the Nia Long and Jeezy interview?
Some of it.
Well, he talked about growing up having so much death around him and how he felt numb as well. Like when tragedy happens, it's just like, okay, this is something else. Like, now what?
I don't know if I believe Jeezy.
I don't believe everything. I don't believe when you say real niggas don't cheat.
Yeah, because now we don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
now we don't.
Yeah.
Nia was both flirting and doing the most on there, but
To be fair though, I would flirt also with.
no, I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah,
I love
I'd
the
be
chemistry,
also-
but
Yeah, I'd be up in there.
everything was that's fascinating. Bitch, all she said was water.
Yeah.
Like stop.
Yeah.
It's like laughing at your girl or your man funny jokes. Like,
Yeah. In the first like 3 months.
Yeah.
After that, you ain't funny
I don't
anymore. Then you get into it when you really know how you feel. And another thing, you ain't funny. Yeah. Nothing hurts more than you ain't funny. I had
Well, kinda hits deep to
a
the
lot more
core.
things hurt.
No, for me, like, cause that's who I am.
Yeah, that's your thing. I was gonna say I'm not toxic, but I don't know. Anyway, me and my little friend, we stopped talking and whatnot. And it's like I could take a lot, but then when I go there, I go there. So I accidentally call him a borderline alcoholic cokehead with a limp dick. But I don't understand like why he was.
Does
mad.
that hurt more than you're not funny? How do you feel about that, Kelby?
No.
If someone told you
It's
that
like, but why you messing with me?
versus you ain't got jokes, what would you feel?
I'm just here to love you, and you won't let me love you.
I wouldn't take it that hard.
Okay.
Here's why.
Unless it was true.
No, I would be like, I could stop drinking, but I have a great personality.
I'm funny, damn it.
Okay. Somebody told me I wasn't funny. Chris heard all about it.
I did.
Somebody told you he wasn't funny?
No.
Somebody told
Told
him.
me I wasn't like you ain't even that funny.
And he came and told me all about it. It was a whole conversation. I was
wow.
like,
Yeah.
He's really hurt.
I was like, it's unbelievable. Why would you say that?
I mean, but comedy and being funny is subjective. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. No?
Ain't no subject here.
Okay.
the subject is comedy.
Yeah. I make people laugh. Okay. Point blank period. So if you're not laughing, there's something wrong with you. Therapy.
Some stuff, I'm going to be with you when you're right. Because I tell people, if you don't like me, it's because you don't like yourself.
It's that simple.
You don't like authenticity.
However, that seems to be what you said to that man. It seems to be very different. Or a little bit.
I feel, yeah.
Yeah, because
It was the force in which you had said it
Yeah.
that I felt it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It
Then
was the text. Oh, so you really meant it? Like you had the moment. You had like a because you had a shot. To
you
like,
had
not-
1 second to go backspace, but you said
He didn't
Sam.
backspace when he was playing in my face.
Oh, see, there you go.
What did he do to you?
That's all you need.
I never start. I finish.
Okay then.
There you
Well,
go.
we finished with that. This is gonna be awful. But I love Sexy Red.
I love Sexy Red.
I really like her. She seems just so like herself.
She is herself.
Yeah.
I think that scares a lot of people. I think a lot of people don't like her because she literally shows up and don't give a fuck. And she like, I'm from the Midwest, bitch. I'm gonna carry my money. I'm gonna have my belly out. I'm gonna pop this pussy, and bitch, you gonna get into it.
I even like her songs.
They're catchy.
I like the songs.
Yeah.
My baby daddy. Yeah, I like that.
What do y'all think about like her like being on tour pregnant or still like backing it up and throwing her cat in the
I support it.
I do too.
Look, I honestly feel like if it wasn't her, I wouldn't want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
But her, Cardi B, I think I saw Kehlani performing when she was pregnant at Coachella.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
And now, Sexy Red needs to be very careful about turning into a caricature. Because, like, they take Hood and Ratchet,
Right.
and they, like...
But you can't help
they
how people
monetize.
receive it. You just got to show up as yourself.
No, because they take it as, like, a test. Like, okay, they really like this, we're going to up the ratchetness. And then they
Might
sell
try
it.
to do that with somebody that they're trying to make into her coming after that, but I don't feel like she's an impressionable person where they're going to be like, okay, now do this.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
no.
hopefully not. But I don't know. I do get why people don't like her, though.
Why?
Like, because she's not good for society.
What do you mean? Like what? She represents a part of America or culture, or, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
What do you mean
I
not
don't
good for
know.
society? That sounds horrible.
Yeah. Well, I feel like some of what is perpetuated through Sexy Red is like a glorification of things that I don't know if it's great.
But there's other things to latch on to. People are just not interested. There's plenty of examples of a woman, or I don't know which aspect you mean, but there's representation of everything. It's just not getting as much media coverage. So whose fault?
You're 100% right.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk to the viewers right now. Some of y'all get onto our content and watch relationship stuff that we post, and then you say, black people need to find other things to talk about. Black people need to. Why don't y'all? When we talk about finance, 0 views.
Yeah.
Right.
When we talk about politics, 4 views.
Yeah.
Or just to tell us that we're wrong.
Yeah.
When we talk about anything else, 2 views. Relationships, 1,000 views. Find something else to talk about. You find something else to be interested
But it gotta be stuff that people relate to. Everybody relates to love, relationships. Everybody ain't got money, so maybe they can't relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody relate to heartbreak, trifling, women, men. Like, that's stuff that's always gonna get traction.
It just is what it is.
But speaking of Sexy Red, did you guys see her sex tape?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Because on Twitter, I know this is kind of old, but they was like eating her up in the comments, like, because you said your coochie pink and your booty hole brown. They said the coochie was brown. But, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what coochie looked like. I had it one time with a Russian girl. It was pink. However, how do you guys
If it was brown, I'd be
decide-
concerned.
Boy, she was talking about the inside.
Well, no, I know that much.
I don't like the way you did that.
Yeah.
It's what is inside.
So a question
talking
for
about
straight
the
men.
inside.
How do you guys decide, like, when you're going to eat pussy? Do you eat everybody pussy, or do you have to, like, know them? And, like, is there a, like, time limit? I don't know.
Well, I feel like we're the 2 worst people to ask because you
Why?
don't want to touch nobody.
You never ate pussy?
No, I have.
Oh, how was it? Because I heard it tastes like salt meat and it smelled like Huskies. But I don't know.
Wow. It smells like house keys. That's real
You
specific.
know, like a little irony. Don't you know it's like blood and stuff?
Sure. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's my favorite thing to do.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's my favorite
You an
thing.
eater, like they say in my community.
Oh, yeah, I'm a muncher.
I'm a bunch.
I'm a munch.
So you don't have to be in love.
Listen, if I was 21, different story. Today, it's not going around with just anyone.
Because I'm not like a big I'm not a big dick sucker like that. Not that y'all care, but it's like, I do my best work when I'm in love. Anything else is getting 2 licks and sat on. But
Really?
like, if I'm into you, it's like, bitch.
Yeah.
But I feel like
I like it. Y'all are real descriptive. I appreciate it.
I feel like head though is like a mental thing.
What do you mean?
Because I don't feel like it feels that great. I feel like it's like I can't believe somebody's doing this to me.
I used to believe that. I used to always say I don't even like head like that because majority of it would be trash to me. But the older I get, the more I appreciate it, especially when it's good. Because sometimes you don't feel like just doing everything.
Right,
You just
right, right.
Girl, open your mouth. Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm sorry. You're right. I forgot about a whole person.
There you go.
Changed my whole opinion. on
Yeah,
that.
there you go.
I love it actually.
Yeah,
Yeah. Some girls do have a taste.
Taste or smell?
Oh,
Or
if there's
both.
a smell, like we're not.
Well, coochie smells.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
normal.
yeah,
But what
yeah.
do it smell like if you had to describe it? Like
I
a
don't have
natural
I don't have a
smell?
sense of smell.
You got COVID?
No.
I've just never had a sense of smell.
Hold on, for real?
For real.
You can't smell food, like good food? Oh my God.
Yeah.
So your girlfriend can set you up, bitch. She'd be like, yeah, I just took a shower.
She very well could. She could.
Damn, but you got a sense of taste.
I got a sense of taste.
Okay.
I got a sense of taste.
Wow, that's amazing. So what makes, to a man, well, hold on, I don't know. If this
Wait,
too
I know
personal.
exactly what it tastes like.
What?
Have you ever cut your finger and you like?
Hit the blood, yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like that.
No, that's what he was saying. House keys. It's irony.
Yeah, little.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
irony.
It tastes like that.
Okay.
Or like
So you're a vampire.
it goes from like tasting like that at a very, very, very minimal. Like it could taste
To, like,
almost like
acidic.
nothing to like a
It's that pH
Like,
balance.
all you eat is fast food?
yeah, and drink and no
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, come on.
yeah,
Hydrate.
yeah,
Hydrate.
yeah, yeah.
What is good pussy? Like, what makes pussy bad? Just to feel like, cause do it all feel the same? Were you more experienced before your wife, or that's your only person you've been with?
Only person.
Oh, that's so sweet. I wish.
See, that's why to him 10 is crazy. He's
10,
like, I gotta be in
this is
10
all a
14
bias.
year relationships. You know, like
I was biased. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. You know what makes it bad? The person. First of all, there could be bad body. There could be bad box. Too tight, too dry.
Okay. Because if some women will argue it's dry because you ain't worked me up yet.
You're broken.
Ooh, okay.
So, some guys, the Jamaicans don't eat pussy. So she's
That's
supposed
what
to
they
just,
say.
she's supposed to just come in there wet?
No. This is why I'm a munch. Because I'm going to turn it up.
Right.
My favorite thing is pleasing other people.
Okay.
Even though I don't want to touch you at all. But my favorite thing
I like to think about it.
Yeah. Like, if I trust you enough, okay, we can talk about pleasing you. Because to me, I'm an egomaniac. So if you leave here and you go tell your friends he's awful and terrible and I hated him.
I think that's an Aquarius thing. I love to step on your ego. When I meet a nigga like that,
you ain't shit.
I do.
I want to pleasure someone for my own ego.
I'm going to tell you something. When I first came out in the community, and I was hanging around like a lot of older, I was like 21, 22. I was hanging around a lot of older people like 38, 39. And they said, when you having sex, you don't make no noise, and you make them work harder.
No.
Yes. And
you're one
that's
of
yes.
That's
frustrating.
That's true.
That's mad frustrating.
Oh, baby, I'm going to give you quiet, stonewall, bitch, and go to work.
I might call out. I might call
But
out.
if it's good enough, I'm going to give it to you. You know, I'm going to.
You gonna tap out after that?
Yeah. I'll find it rude. Oh, for real? That's how you doing? Okay, I'm going home. This is why I didn't want to touch you on the phone.
Don't take it too far.
I'm out.
But hold on. So last question about coochie. Y'all like Fat Cat?
Yes.
Like the
No,
Lil
you
Kim
don't.
poster or like the Any? You know, like how Lil Kim squatted and they said she had a Twinkie in her thing? Because it was fat, you know? That's more my era, but you know the poster from Hardcore.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I think Nicki Minaj redid the poster.
She redid
right?
it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But she said she ain't inspired by Kim. Girl, have a seat.
Huh. I was looking at a white person the other day, and I think I was telling you about this, Chris. She had really thin lips. And
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay. And it made me think why that might not work for a black person.
Wow.
Because we like everything big and voluptuous.
Yes.
And when you feel the bottom of the lip and the top of the lip at the same time, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So that's why I think
I always say white people don't have lips or shoulders. They always like slump. You know, it's like, girl, with your mouth. Yeah, open it up. Like,
Lips or shoulders.
I agree with you. That's what I was getting at.
yeah. Yo, I remember this one time. I might have been like 22. There was this girl who was probably bigger than me. Changed my life that night.
There you go.
Oh man. Yeah, he took me for a spin, and it was unexpected too. That's one of the first times I found out, like, yo.
I heard big girls got the best pussy.
Oh my gosh. They work for it. Because I think people overlook their personalities. And they're like,
No, they don't overlook their personality.
They overlook their bodies. They overlook, like, they as a person. Like, I think men automatically, like, oh, we just friends, like, just a homie and whatever.
Right.
Then when they put it on you,
Big girls ain't out here just not fucking.
Nah.
Niggas is fucking something.
No, they having a good old time here.
There's some big niggas I done fuck that would never see the light of day or acknowledgement. But I'm like, you know what? You a nasty motherfucker. I can't. Everybody fuck somebody ugly or not desirable to them, and it's like, if anybody ever seen that,
I ain't mad at it at all. I mean, granted, it was a long time ago, but I still be thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Hit her up.
changed.
She on Facebook?
No. I should not, because the night before she got married.
Oh, okay, well, hard period style.
Yeah. She texted me,
Oh.
and she was like, "You're the only person that could make me not walk down the aisle.
And you didn't even dispute. You didn't show the wedding and go, yeah.
You left it on red?
I said, go to the altar, girl. Go to the altar. Yeah. And I didn't know she felt that way about me.
You would have married her?
No.
Why?
No. Just no.
Stop.
No, I ain't touching that. But great girl, loved her.
That kind of stuff makes me so like scared. Like the fact that she would send that message either the night before or the day of. Like it's like, who values relationships? For
Yeah, come
No,
on.
I still have the message. I read it like once a year.
Oh, for your ego.
It's what it is. That's exactly why he reads it. He go, I wish I could post this. I'll put this on my close friends right now.
I never did that to her because I was a little too scared. But
I actually have I screenshotted a lot of messages of niggas telling me how good my stuff is, and I do read it too.
yeah, it's just what you have to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that, and I even asked, like, I didn't even know you liked me like that. She was like, dude, I was in love with you. I was like, damn.
How
put
you
it
missed
down.
that whole social cue?
I never knew. I had no
Damn.
clue. And I only 1 or 2 times, and then that was it.
Oh, baby, you got that through.
I never did it to her. I was too
Well, what the
scared.
hell? You ain't eat a pussy?
No.
What y'all was doing? Talking?
We had a real good
I thought you
conversation.
were telling me she gave you like the good sex.
She did.
Oh.
Yeah, she did. Well, that was the only thing, though. Well, she also gave me some incredible top. Like,
Yes.
I never, ever felt anything like that in my life.
When you meet somebody that really know what to do with that mouth, it's life changing.
I can confirm.
I concur.
I got my ass ate one time during an earthquake in LA. Baby, when I tell you we was both going up the wall at the same time, I said, look at God. I'm not even lying.
We need a Patreon.
I know.
We need a Patreon to put this one on. Yeah, it's 6 lime season, but I like Sexy Red for that. If I could, low key Sexy Red is kind of my type.
What's the type?
Ratchet a little bit.
You don't like ratchet.
I like it.
You can
I
like
don't
Whitney
know.
Houston,
I
pulled
kinda-
up type, like even though Whitney wasn't really pulled up for her, but the image.
I like kind of quiet ratchet.
Who's another example of that?
Another example.
Keisha Cole.
Keisha Cole, all right. You know who I had a thing for a good minute?
Who?
Kate Lonnie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like her. I love Kate.
I think it's the tattoos.
Okay.
That's probably what it is.
I love tattoos
don't
also.
like women with tattoos, but then when women with tattoos appear
Yeah.
and they write, I like it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So they got to be all the way committed, not just a random.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
If you have like that Nicki Minaj arm tattoo,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I think that's cute and subtle and sexy. The little
Is it a
Chinese. It's like the little Chinese writing down her little.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
cute.
No, I don't like that.
Little,
Yeah,
yeah.
like Cardi B's tattoos. Like, I don't really like that.
She tatted up.
I know, but it ain't right on her.
It ain't right.
It ain't right.
Yes, it is. The thigh tattoos.
I think Cardi B is beautiful too. She's beautiful.
She's sexy. She's
beautiful.
all sex appeal.
She's beautiful.
That's
to me.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like sexy to me is like Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan is sexy.
Like
Megan is sexy.
because she's trying to be sexy,
I don't think Megan's trying. I think Megan's just sexy.
but that's her thing.
Yeah, but that's just who she is. So it's
Yeah.
natural. Yeah,
So,
I'm not
yeah.
trying. I'm sexy.
But like Sexy Red, she calls herself sexy, but I think it's a joke.
See, Sexy Red is not sexy.
She's
But she thinks she's sexy. That's what I like. Because she's in on a joke.
Yeah,
So
I like
people
it.
looking at her like, bitch, you ain't sexy. It's like, bitch, these niggas love this pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ice Spice.
And Ice Spice. I was gonna say Ice Spice.
Cute.
I like Ice Spice. Yeah.
She's cute. She's
She's a little too bright for me, but that's it.
I love a yellow bone.
You do? Even a man?
Yes, that's my thing.
I
Light
thought you
skinned,
hated
bow
it.
legged with an attitude and tattoos, gonna kick my window in and push me down a little.
I like how I said bow legged.
And be on a bow legged.
And push me down.
Just a light push.
Wait a minute.
I love it. Oh yeah.
You might need to go to therapy.
Oh no. We learning. We learning.
I don't like anything toxic like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking on relationships, Remy and Papoose, divorce rumors.
Divorce rumors. That's breaking my heart. I don't know.
I don't think it's real.
I feel like I don't think they're going to get divorced, but I think there is trouble in paradise. I don't know from what. Allegedly, they're saying that. Well, Remy has a female rap battle league, but now it's like male and female, and they were saying that she's messing with one of her contestants or whatever because they were in a battle rap and one of the other guys called out that he was doing some sexual stuff with Remy in detail.
Oh, this was a good minute.
That was a good minute ago.
Okay, yeah.
But we still don't have any confirmation on if there's proceedings moving forward or if they're trying to work it out. Or they definitely haven't been seen or pictured together in a long time.
Really?
So the daughter's birthday is actually coming up in a couple of days. So it'll be interesting to see like if they do like a family thing or you know.
So, Balas, just so you know, Remy Ma went to prison.
Okay.
And her
For 7
husband,
years.
7 years. I think she shot somebody, right?
Allegedly, she shot a girl in her stomach for stealing $1,000 out of her bag.
Okay.
I'd have shot a bitch in the stomach too.
Okay. I don't.
By the way, don't try this at home.
Something tells me you wouldn't
Don't try
do
it
that.
for 20.
Yeah.
You gonna get stomped out for sure.
Okay.
You might not get shot, bitch, but you gonna leave with something.
Okay. So while she's in prison for all 7 years, her husband Papoose, stand on business.
Beautiful name.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And when she came out, they were a happy, loving family again, and that was that. So, if she is cheating on him, that would be sad.
That would be sad.
It'd be sad.
Yeah.
Because he stood on.
But then that would make me wonder, like, did he do something first? You know, like, I don't know. Because
No.
we do view him as a good guy.
He is. He's great.
From what we know.
Good men don't cheat.
Okay. I agree. But as we know from all these things that's popping up in the media, what's being presented ain't always what's, you know what I'm saying, on the other side.
That's true. Kind of like the Tiana Taylor situation.
I'm sad about that too, because I love them as a couple. But when she, in the divorce documents, when she put that he was a narcissist and like, you know, emotionally abusive and jealous of her fame and stuff, I was shocked.
Why?
I just didn't view them like that. I mean, I don't know what that looks like, but I was like, I just like them as a couple. I'm sad about that.
Let me picture this. You're a basketball player.
Rich.
You made $60 million. You are with a woman who makes $1 million, maybe two a year. You done trained, played, one of the best on the team, made so much money, and every time you pop out, the one who makes 1/60th of your money is the one everybody, hey, yo, get up out the picture. We trying to take a picture of her. Don't you think at some point in time?
No. And I don't even like, I hope that you was just taking that stance for the podcast and you don't think like that. Because I think you should just be secure in what you have. Because
Sure.
whoever makes the most money don't mean you a fucking star. Don't mean nobody give a fuck.
I agree with
Tiana is in the music business, first of all. He's not on the red carpet as a basketball player. Nobody give a damn. It's not like he Kobe or Shaq or one of those personalities or larger-than-life figures. So if your lady is being seen doing her thing, why you can't embrace that?
Here's the thing.
And you making the money. Like,
I think when you have two celebrities in a relationship, there is ego out of this world, and the man is going to be instantly in a crossroads where we decide, am I going to be your husband or am I going to be your celebrity husband? And when they start pushing him to the side, he has to get his mind right about, do I want to be?
but that's a him thing. That's not a her thing.
Well, it's her thing because they married.
So she got to conform and change how she moving because he feel insecure?
No, he needs to get help.
Yeah.
We've seen this before. Remember
All the
Chris Pratt?
time.
Chris Pratt was with Anna,
With
Anna Faris?
Anna Faris?
I don't know.
Okay, he's a white guy. He's an actor, but he was a goofy actor at first. All right, he was on he was a chubby
Parks and
dude.
Rec.
Parks and Rec.
He was chubby.
Chubby dude, and he was with Anna Faris, who was a huge star.
She was in
in-
all the scary movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I know the
star.
name. I don't know her.
Okay. He gets abs. Books Jurassic Park. Does
Zero Dark 30. is
Zero Dark
what
30.
He like really blew up on.
does Guardians of the Galaxies.
Yeah.
Now he's a mega star.
Mm-hmm.
They break up. Now he's with Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter.
Yep.
One of the key things they mentioned was the fact that she was used to being the star. And when he started blowing up, she didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I think people need to check their ego because it's different. Like, you have a Jay-Z and a Beyonce, right, where both the stars, even though Jay is older, he's probably more mature now. I'm sure he probably went through that where he,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you got to get with it. And I'm glad that she was the type of woman that didn't fold and dim her light.
Yeah.
Then you had a Bobby and Whitney who she tried to pull it down to pull him up. And ultimately, it brought her down.
Yeah.
You have Will and Jada. Jada talks about how Will's ambition was so like ferocious that she felt like she had to pull back and just take the family route and hold that together because they can't both be on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being stars. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah.
that's also the life that she wanted. She didn't necessarily want to be a star.
Yeah.
So
I think it's fair, and I understand it. However, I don't want to make a direct opinion of it because we only know what her side is.
right.
She's
Those are also
saying-
private documents, by the way. that
Right.
were leaked.
So in the document, she says he's narcissistic and this and that, and I guess he was like, jealous of her fame. But what if his side is like she was always throwing her fame at me?
But if you make me feel away, I'm gonna make you feel away. So if you come
No,
at me,
no.
yes. If you coming at me trying to step on, like diminish what the fuck I'm doing, like if I'm Beyonce, first of all, y'all got to see the movie, by the way. But the behind the scenes gives you more glimpse into her personality. It's like her being firm and stern, and I feel like she did have to tell Jay, nigga, all these niggas is lined up for me. Don't do it, cause when somebody's very powerful, they will flex on you, either knowingly or unknowingly, and that's why I feel like, in my opinion, men don't respect housewives. I feel like if you somebody who not bringing in, at least something to give you that confidence to stand on something, they're gonna disrespect you every chance they get.
No, that's
And sometimes you gotta boss up on somebody and drop your nuts and let them know you can leave, even if you don't want to and it pains you. You gotta do that.
But it works the opposite way too. Oftentimes, if a woman is making a lot more money than a man, or she's getting like promoted at her job, she's
Like a
getting all
Nikki
types
and
of stuff,
Safari.
yeah. Money and power are
Yeah.
finicky things, and it can make the person who has either less money or less power or less like visual power to the world feel a certain kind of way.
Right.
So if he look. Imagine this. They're married, and they're talking about they do threesomes, they do this, they do that. He's faithful. She never said he cheated or anything like that. Yeah, it could come into his mind where jealousy and hate.
That's why you open up the door for that.
Everybody think
threesomes and unconventional relationships is the answer, and then you see all these couples who are still open and still can't get it together.
How you bringing a third?
How you bringing a third into your relationship when you already struggle with communication and trust issues?
All you thinking about is the sexual.
All you thinking about is the sexual part.
You never.
I would never.
Never
do
had
it.
a
I would
boyfriend.
never do a threesome with my man ever.
No, I don't play.
No, I don't play none of that.
I've done threesomes,
I've done threesomes.
and I would.
And
but,
I
like, not
would,
with somebody
but like not with somebody I'm
I-
into for
me
what?
personally-
Me personally,
At least in my community.
at least
I
in
feel
my
like people
community,
have
I feel like people have
because they're not
threesomes
satisfied with
because
their
they're not satisfied with
And
their
I feel
partner.
like they like them
And I
as
feel
a
like they
person,
like
they
them
think
as a
they're
person. They
good,
think they're
whatever, and
good,
they wanna hold on to
whatever,
that,
and they
but
want to
they
hold on
just
to
wanna
that,
be
but they just
satisfied
want to be satisfied sexually.
And I know people who had
And I know people who had
still-
threesomes
it's
who
like you give
still,
somebody an inch,
it's like
they
you
gonna
give
take
somebody an
mile.
inch and they're gonna take a
still-
mile. They
They
still,
would have rules like
they would have rules
you
like
can't go on a date with this
you
person,
can't go on a
no
date with this
kissing in the
person, or
mouth,
no kissing in the
no, like,
mouth, or
emotional
no like
attachment, no
emotional
talking outside
attachment,
of
no
us
talking
being
outside of
on
us being on a group
and somebody's
chat.
still gonna find a way
And
to
somebody's
violate
still gonna
that.
find a way to violate that.
So it's like you
So
trying
it's
to
like
give and
you trying to give and you
ain't
still,
working.
it still ain't working.
So be honest about
So
what you
be
want
honest
and
about
get
what
with
you
somebody
want
who
and get with somebody who
your
is
speed and your flavor.
your speed and your flavor.
But people marrying,
But people marrying and
getting
getting together for the wrong shit, for stability, for money, for status, but you're not pleased. So
Also, he's a human being.
he is human.
He's a human
And they young
being.
couple.
Everybody
And they
here-
young couple.
Yeah,
young,
With a kid,
sexy,
Young,
both of
sexy,
them,
you know,
both
young
of
kids.
them
Like,
got
it
young
is a lot to
kids. Like
navigate.
it is a lot to navigate.
and he's retired.
And
He's
you
retired,
also
and
hear
you also hear about
always
athletes always going through that depression stage, getting fresh out of the league.
Yes.
Especially if you don't have a transition of like going into TV.
Yes.
You can see he's trying to be an actor and a rapper. So I'm sure that plays a part in his ego.
100%. Because if he sees that she's doing it, and she might be more famous, but she's not making as much money, that start messing with his mind. Like,
I'm the bread.
I'm the breadwinner. I'm the, and then, but you have to realize a lot of entertainment is ran by women anyway.
Yeah.
Like, people naturally gravitate to women
Yeah.
anyway. So if he's with Tiana Taylor, who's this gorgeous woman, abs always looking good, and makes good music, she's of course going to be the more famous one. But it is hard to navigate, and you could easily say like, why are you letting yourself open up to that? But look, man, in some cases he might think he's completely useless because he can't throw a ball anymore.
Right.
You know, he can't.
Not
No one's
even
talking
that.
about him.
Not even
Not even
that.
money aside.
Not even money
Sometimes
aside.
when you dating
Sometimes
somebody
when you
who's really
dating
living
somebody
their
who's
purpose
really
and they
living in their
happy,
purpose and they happy,
that
that
gonna either cause you to
it's
step
going to either
up
cause
or
you to
really
step
reflect on
up
your
or really
insecurities
reflect on
and
your
the fact that you're not
insecurities and the fact that you're not doing what you want to do.
That's why people don't like happy people.
No, that's a real thing.
No, that's a real
I
thing.
was dating
Yeah.
somebody who
I was
wasn't
dating
happy.
somebody who wasn't
Let me tell
happy.
you something. Niggas with
Let
no
me tell you
money,
something.
they
Niggas with no money, they mean.
mean as fuck.
Mean as fuck.
So are people with money.
I feel
People,
like money.
I feel like money
magnifies
magnifies who
If
you
you
are.
were an asshole before,
If you were an asshole before,
If
you're gonna be an asshole after. If you generous and giving and you like to do that kind of stuff, you're gonna do that more. You know what I'm saying? So
It's
I
true.
don't know.
It's true.
Well, I hope everything
Well,
works out.
I hope everything works out for them.
See, we got one more.
Let's see, we got one more.
Tamar was dating.
Tamar was dating this white man.
From a TV show that I love.
From a TV show that I love, by the way.
It
What
was
show was
called
it?
The Queen's
It was
Court.
called The Queen's Court on
So
Peacock.
it was Tamar.
So it was
Nivea,
Tamar,
the singer,
Nivea,
and,
the singer, and
Evelyn from Basketball
Evelyn from Basketball Wives.
So
Okay.
three.
So
you know,
three,
TV personalities.
you know,
they
TV
bought,
personalities. They
like,
bought
however many
like
bachelors
however
for
many
each of them
bachelors for each of them
weekly.
weekly.
And of course, the premise
And
was to find
of course,
love
the
and
premise
get
was to
engaged,
find
I
love
believe,
and get
at the end of
engaged.
the
I
show.
believe at the end of the show.
So Tamar met this
So
guy.
Tamar
named
met this
JR,
guy
who's a
named
lawyer
JR, who's a lawyer
white
from
guy
New
with
Orleans,
swag
a white
flavor
guy
and
with
everything.
swag flavor and everything.
And they've been rocking for a long time.
And they've been rocking for a long
It's a
time.
long time.
What's a long time?
Wow. The show
Wow,
came out months
the
ago,
show
so they
came
probably
out months
filmed
ago,
it
so they probably
So
filmed
maybe
it
over a
6 months.
year.
So maybe over a
Seemed
year.
Okay.
Seemed like.
Okay.
They recently broke
They
up,
recently broke up,
and then
and then
he announced it first.
He announced it first,
and he was saying all kind of
and
stuff.
he was
about
saying
he's
all kind of stuff
choosing
about he's choosing
a
a
positive
positive
vibe
vibe and to be happy, but
she's
making it seem
bringing
like
negative
she's
energy.
bringing the negative energy kind of thing.
And then he was recently.
And then he was
seen
recently
out with Tommy
seen out with
from Love and
Tommy
Hip Hop.
from Love and
I don't
Hip
know
Hop.
who that is.
I don't know if you know who that is. Very toxic female.
And
And
they was
they
posted-
was posted up, huh?
T-O-M-M-I-E.
They were posted up at a basketball game or something.
and clearly
And
antagonizing.
clearly antagonizing
you know what I'm
Tamar,
saying?
trying to, you know what I'm
And
saying?
now all of a sudden,
And now all of a sudden,
Tamar
Tamar
and JR
and JR are back together.
and the internet is just like.
And the internet is just
this man
like,
just embarrassed
this
you.
man just embarrassed you.
It's a lot going on.
It's a
And
lot
now y'all
going on.
live
And now y'all on live explaining why y'all back
They're
together.
officially back.
Oh, they're
together.
officially back together?
And he
Yes.
was like,
Oh.
And he was like,
yeah, I did her.
yeah, I did her purposely.
But I'm sure she'll tell
But I'm sure she'll tell y'all like
They
her
went live on
story.
separate
They went
lives
live on
on
separate
their own
lives
channels,
on
but
their own
together
channels,
at
but
whatever
together
event.
at
It was
whatever
strange.
event they were. It was strange.
You ain't gonna embarrass me.
You ain't gonna embarrass me publicly.
You better gonna get away with it.
You barely gonna get away with it.
I know it's like the double back.
Huh?
Huh?
Double back into
People
somebody.
always double back.
People
but
always
I feel
double
like
back.
Yeah.
But I
Isn't
feel
it
like
doubling back
Yeah.
season? Everybody's
Yeah.
doubling back. Ashanti's back.
Absolutely. I love Ashanti and Nelly, by the way.
Yeah, I do. I
It's
like
so
it.
cute.
I like it. I like it.
Hopefully you do right by her.
But I don't know. Tis the season.
I don't know. Tis the season.
But I seen somebody.
But I seen somebody put.
They said something about.
They said something about.
It was either what do you think about.
It was either what do you think about
not
all
celebrities,
celebrities, not celebrities, but people just going back to the exes. And they said, "Have you ever seen a sad clown?
You seen the sad clown?
You seen a sad clown?
Yes.
Who? It?
Right.
So ready with
He
these,
got 'em
like it's so crazy.
loaded up.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Most comedians are that. That's their archetype. They're sad clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're all
they're
sad.
sad.
That's just how they cope with it. Is with comedy.
But it's always cold outside.
But it's always cold outside. Like I don't know. What do y'all think about the JR?
Listen, I understand going back to your ex. It takes a lot.
But not after they publicly disrespected you. I'd
then
be
he talking
like,
about he's
And then he
healed.
talking about he's healed.
Yeah,
They literally
'cause he
broke up
made
for, like,
fun of
maybe
you.
a month. You healed already?
yeah, how you gonna heal like
Get
that?
out of here. Yeah. I don't know.
I support
Do
it.
you?
You support it?
I support it.
It depends on the reason.
It depends on the reason you break up. Because people do break up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
long-term relationships.
Yeah,
They gonna bring him anyways.
they're gonna break up
Oh, you mean in
anyways.
general?
Oh, you mean in general?
Yes, they are. They're gonna
Why?
break up in like February,
Why?
end of February. Listen,
Cold outside.
it's cold outside.
Everybody's
It's
coming back.
everybody's coming back.
February, too.
It will after Valentine's
Like
Day.
May.
Right, right after Valentine's Day. You got 2 weeks after that, end of February. Black History Month gonna end with a bunch of breakups. That's just how it goes.
That's how it goes. If you
That's
ever
how
went
it
to
goes.
college,
If you ever went to college, you know the
went
dudes who went back home, got with their back home thing, and then they're in love till January,
But hold
start
on.
fading away.
But hold
Talking
on.
about doubling
When you
back,
talk about
what's
doubling
something that would
back,
make you
what's
go
something that will make you go back?
Oh, what's something that'll make you not?
Or what's something that will make you not go back?
Oh,
I've gone back a few.
because I've gone back a few times,
Yeah.
And I've also done
and I've also not gone back.
Yeah.
So when you stood on bid,
So when you stood on business,
When I
what
stood
did they
on
do
business,
to like?
what did they do to like violate to be like, nah, I ain't fucking with you?
This is gonna be.
This is gonna be so wild.
I
But
told you you wasn't funny.
I went back to the
I went back to it, but I was.
I thought twice before giving the dad jokes.
I really did. But, yeah. I really thought I was like I could put a laugh line on her face, but that hurt. Chris knows her. I don't even remember her name.
For legal reasons, I can't say.
Judith.
I signed an NDA, so I can't.
Yeah, it's definitely Judith. I can't remember her name. She used to cry, thinking that immigration was gonna come get her.
Was she Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay.
At first,
Don't let
At
that
first,
reflect the Hispanic people.
Right,
I just want to let you know.
Okay, yeah. Like that's what she was. But at first I was like, oh, this is like a real fear, and like I'm so sorry. But then it used to be like
She had a fear getting like pulled over and stuff.
Yeah.
everything. She'd wake up like in the middle of the night, or like.
I remember one time we went to
a movie and like somebody got deported, and she sat in a car for like 45 minutes and was like, "This could happen to me." I'm freaking out, and I was like, "Dog, either you here, or
Yeah.
Like,
Come
at
on.
some point, you just gotta like, hey, leave it up to God." And that right there, after like the 10th time of freaking out, I was like, this is not gonna work out. You gotta be a citizen.
Well, how did she get here? She been here as a kid?
I don't know. Oh yeah, she came as a child, I think.
She's good.
You had a social security card?
She had a social security card? She could work
Yeah,
a
she was
regular job?
working.
I didn't understand the
I didn't understand the fear. It was so annoying.
That's how y'all met. Was working in the
Yes,
same
we met at work.
environment.
What do you guys struggle
What do you guys struggle with in relationships? I'm more interested in you being in a long relationship. Like, what's the struggle?
Communication. Just tell me. Just don't passive aggressive nothing with me. Like for me in particular, me and my partner, I know when she's upset. But she'll play it off like, oh, well, nothing.
But that's her struggle.
Everything's
But
good.
that's her struggle. What's
Oh, what I'm?
It could be internally or
It could be internally or like.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe communication too. I don't know. I get upset easily. I think I react too fast. I gotta like really sit for a second. Is this worth blowing up about? Like I get like for example, this has nothing to do with the relationship, but I get mad road rage. Like immediately, I'm like yelling, I'm punching things, and so I need to take a second. Yeah, really? Yeah, you wouldn't expect that from me, but
See, this body's interesting.
yeah. So it's learning to think real quick before giving a response. I'm a Sagittarius.
your birthday just passed.
Your birthday
That's
just
coming
passed.
up.
Oh, it's coming next week. Oh,
What's your
okay.
struggle
What's your struggle
in relationship?
in relationship?
Make your own
Like your own,
I
like,
think just making it.
Just making it important.
prioritizing.
prioritizing.
Over work or just
Over work or just why?
Work. I have a dream of being like a Rockefeller.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind,
I'm gonna die in a golden casket.
Hopefully not alone. Well, the casket you'll be alone.
I'm gonna be alone.
Not the golden castle.
Yeah.
in my
Okay. In my mind, that's what's gonna happen. And it's like by any means necessary. So oftentimes, I can work on it, and I have in the past. If you mean something to me, I'm gonna make it work. You know, and it's not something that I mega struggle with, but there are times. Like I remember once I was in a relationship, and I let like 3 weeks go by.
3 weeks to go by.
And
3 weeks to go by for what?
I didn't see her at all. And I knew like there was so much going on that I was like, I cannot get away from this.
Yes.
But I want to see you, but like work, you know. And I remember her sending me like, I really miss you text, and I was like, yeah. You know, like, but I was like,
At least fall asleep.
At least fall asleep with me.
Like I get you busy.
Like I get you busy, but damn.
well, you know, I don't really.
Do what? Carlos?
Do what?
Sleep next to a
Sleep
person.
at her house.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
She sleep at her house.
She sleep at her
We
house.
need a
I
whole
sleep-
other episode.
See me, I have a problem with boundaries. I was just thinking about this today.
Not
I
boundaries.
feel like I'm very
No,
strong.
I feel like I'm very strong on my boundaries, but when it comes to people that I'm really into and love, I feel like I give them. I'm very lenient,
which is not good.
which is not good.
So it's like
So it's like
it's a mess.
it's
But
a
I'm
mess.
not doing that no more.
But I'm not doing that no more.
How do you know that?
I feel like I give a lot of like I'm very understanding, but I overly understand. I make excuses for them, like, oh, they're going through this and they ain't got to do that, or like, I'm very empathetic, so it's just like, but I end up getting the short end of the stick.
So you would also be the person who'd be fine not seeing you for 3 weeks.
That never happened.
Okay.
No call, no show, no.
No, but there's a call.
Yeah, and there's a C. Like, I don't give a fuck. I dated somebody who was like a workaholic and
He was a producer. He would be like.
He would be like reading scripts and stuff, and I would like go over there just while he reading and rub his head. And
See, now that's something. Are you willing to have that? Have your partner come over and just be with you while you
There
build
gotta
it?
be some kind of compromise.
What kind of person?
What kind of person?
Well, question first.
What kind of personality type do you think will work best for you in the relationship? And
How do
then
you and your girlfriend?
how do you and your girlfriend's personality complement each other?
Do you want to go first?
You go first.
You go first.
We're both very not nonchalant about things, but very like not a lot affects us heavily. I think we're both positive people. I think that's kind of the big of it, and we're both just learned to communicate with each other. That's just been the biggest change out of everything. Why it's lasted.
Like, is one person more outgoing?
No, I think we're both pretty outgoing. I just think my social battery runs out faster than hers, but I think we're pretty outgoing. We just are so. Now it's like she's older than I am, but we're
How much older?
like 9 months. Yeah, it's not like older. But I'm saying now that we're like late 20s, early 30s, it's like we're so set in our routines that it's hard for us to like get out and go hang out with friends. So like now we're trying to make that effort. But I think we work so well together just because we're pretty easy going.
Ain't nothing wrong with your partner being your best friend.
I think it works.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
ideal.
They say
They say your partner make or break what's going on. Either they gonna add to it or they gonna bring you down.
That's true. That's how I feel. But oftentimes, that's probably why I don't like people all up in my business, because I'm like, you don't know what I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like
I do feel like different people bring out different sides of you. Like, I think I'm definitely like anything that requires me to be the more mature person in a relationship is going to hell. Like, I really need something. To aspire to. Like, I need a classy. Like, I need a classy older, not older, but like a mature guy that's like. Let's talk about it. You want me to?
But that's what I want.
And I want to.
I've been saying something.
Yeah.
Every time you show me somebody, they're like younger and they wear like.
Not too much.
Listen, I'm just saying, they're like a little younger and they wear like what the kids is wearing. Like they're just cool, and I'm like, you're cool. You need somebody who's like suave. Like they get home and they drink like a little bit of like something to get classy.
I think I finally like outgrew my little toxic stage. And like I'm ready for a nice guy. Like a mature guy.
With gray hair?
A little salt and pepper.
Okay, so you don't mind gray.
Salt and pepper.
Die a little bit.
More pepper than the salt.
But
But
like, I think my type is like, I want the quiet dude in the back. I don't want the one that's heavy on social media trying to be something. You know what I'm saying? I need a.
Well, what does that mean? Because like
memes or
they're posting
You like 3 followers, me, your mama, and your sister.
You
That's-
post here and there.
You post here and there.
Okay.
And everybody you follow.
And everybody you follow, it ain't like
the
IG boys or the draws and the like.
You follow pop culture.
You follow pop culture.
there's this whole
side of social media that we don't know.
You know about it.
You know about it.
Do
What
I?
you don't know?
Because like
I guess there's a culture.
I guess there's a culture of like IG girls. Everybody follows the same girls. But then I guess that exists in the gay world, huh?
But it's not about.
But it's not about how you follow. It's just about how you conduct.
Because I don't have a lot of followers.
Because I don't have a lot of followers on IG, but I post memes all day. I don't even post selfies and stuff. I just post funny stuff. But like,
that's why I don't like people follow.
that's why I don't like people follow me on social media, because you'll get the wrong idea.
Like, it's definitely a
aspect of my personality, but it's not like. I'm just raunchy. I just like fun, funny stuff. It's like,
You're like Justin Bieber.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. You like the.
But I'm very like.
in my regular life, traditional conservative, which people will be surprised.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Little husband type. Okay, just a couple more questions.
Okay, just a couple more questions. So
Wait, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
ask
yeah.
you
What
questions
is-
about like the type of person?
Yeah.
So I've learned I'm not really big into serious.
Like you have to be serious.
Like you have to be serious about your craft, be serious about your work. But if you come home and you cannot, a laugh at my jokes.
We found that's a big one. Yeah.
I'm just like everything he said.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the reason why. Because
I say wild things.
I say wild
Like
things,
off the wall things.
like off the wall
And if you're
things.
judging
And
me
if you're
all
judging
day
me
long,
all day long, I'm never gonna be comfortable.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
So,
So, there was somebody who I was friends with, but everything I said was like, oh my god, like why would you say that? And I was like, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
You know.
Or if you just
So,
sitting there
or
like
if you're just
stone
sitting there
faced,
like stone
I'm
faced,
sorry,
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be talking for the rest
Yeah.
of our lives.
You kind of gotta lighten
You
up a
don't
little.
like this?
Yeah.
You're out of here, champ.
So
You
it's
know,
that kind
so
of thing.
it's that
So,
kind of thing.
yeah,
So,
you gotta be, like, a
yeah,
little
you gotta be like a
goofy
little
and, like,
goofy
have-
and like
You
have.
gotta have like
You gotta have like comedy
you know what I
swag.
mean? Like,
You
the
know
banter
what I
back and
mean?
forth.
Like
The banter back and forth
And
is
it
very
doesn't
important.
yes, and it doesn't even have to be like a.
No, not a roast.
No,
No, not a
yeah,
roast. No,
yeah.
some people do that. They do the like
Oh, I don't
flirt
wanna
to
do that.
roast. Like I don't
No,
have
no,
to
no,
make
no,
fun
no.
of you. I
Yeah,
never
no,
do.
no, no.
You don't have to make fun of me
Don't make
either
fun
because
of
there's
me.
enough
Don't make
stuff.
fun of me.
Yeah, don't make fun of me.
By the way.
Because trust me, I'm funny and I'm
Right, right.
Yeah.
Heavy on it.
Okay?
Heavy on it.
Okay,
We can
but
make fun of other
we can
people.
make fun of
Together as a unit.
Together as a unit, yeah.
You gotta be
But that's my
driven
thing. You gotta be
about what you
driven
do, and this
about
is
what you
something
do,
that I
and
will
this is
say.
something that I will
You don't
say.
have to be
You don't
driven
have to
about
be
a
driven about a
career.
career
Right.
If you were like
like driven about being. a
No, just
family
be passionate about
Have
it.
a passion. Have a passion. Have ambition.
And it takes some people a while.
And it takes some people a while to figure that out. But yeah.
But to be proactive with it. Yeah,
Process.
yeah.
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 Even if you try something, like give it everything.
Right.
Because there's some people who try stuff and they like, oh, it's not my passion, so I'm not gonna give it my all. Well, how do you know?
Yeah.
Like you may not, you don't know. You know, but ultimately it's about somebody who's just like cool and chill. You know, like me. Because like I don't get upset super easily. I don't
get hurt by a lot of
get
things.
hurt by a lot of things, and you're gonna have to be on my steezo. You know what I mean?
Do you guys believe?
Do you guys believe
right person,
in
wrong time?
right person, wrong time?
And I say that because.
And I
like,
say that because,
you're a
like,
person who's
say you're a
recently out
person
of
who's
relationship,
recently out of a relationship,
and you trying to dip your toe
and you
back
trying
into
to
the
dip
dating
your
pool.
toe back into the dating
Like,
pool.
if you meet somebody
like
that
if
you
you
felt
meet
like
somebody
was
that you
worth
felt
it,
like was
would
worth
you try to
it,
push?
would you try to
past
push past
whatever's
whatever's uncomfortable within you because you believe this is a great person, or would you like table it to like?
How do you mean uncomfortable with you? Within
Like
you?
if you know you.
Like if you know you still
grieving
grieving
the
the process, or still like you might be a little jaded, but you don't want to let something
Right.
just
Like,
pass you
I know
by.
I ain't
It's
ready,
like
but
I know I ain't ready, but I'm
I
ready.
feel
Like what do you
What do
do?
you feel like your responsibility?
What do you feel like your responsibility is in that?
I'm such like a. I would let it go with the flow. I keep them, keep communication and all that stuff. But
That's
I have a pretty man answer. Sorry.
Because what's go with the flow?
Because what's go with the flow?
Smash.
Wow.
But what if they start talking about?
But what if they start talking about like I like you, like where do you see this going, and you're like, damn, I just got out of something. Like,
But I know
I would
you
have to
work.
verbalize
You
it.
work.
I definitely have to let
So
them
the
know.
question is, would you?
so the question is, would you
be like, I can't do this.
be like, I
it's the
can't
wrong
do this,
time,
it's the wrong
or would you
time,
try to push
or
past
would you
your
try to
stuff?
push past your stuff?
That's the question.
That's the question.
I don't know.
There's 100%.
There's 100%
right person.
right person,
This
wrong
is how I
time.
know
This
this.
is how I know this.
Tell me.
I had a random conversation.
With a woman
Almost 10 years ago.
almost 10 years ago. Almost.
She was in a relationship.
She was in a relationship,
But
it was fireworks.
100%.
100% fireworks.
I'm talking to her.
And I'm visualizing the picket fence.
I see the dog.
I see the dog,
Yes.
2.5 kids,
Yes.
Subaru, everything. But then at the end of the conversation, it was like, oh, my boyfriend's here to pick me up.
You didn't know she had a boyfriend.
Now
You didn't know
she's
she had a
not in
boyfriend
there.
before?
Oh, I
Oh, okay.
knew sort
Oh,
of.
okay.
I had a hunch.
But that definitely took you right back.
yeah,
Brought
yeah,
back
yeah,
right to
yeah,
that.
yeah. Like, oh, this is a friendship conversation. But now she's not in it anymore. You still the right person.
Okay, so what's up?
Okay,
There you
so
go.
what's up?
There you go. Wait, y'all been in communication?
Wait, y'all been in communication?
I'm gonna
When
try.
did you? How did you find out?
When
she
did you?
was
How did you
single?
find out she was single?
Yeah.
A little fence stuff.
Yeah.
I got you.
Let me not say how I investigated.
I thought I did.
I thought I did, but
Like I had a guy not tell
like
me.
I had a guy not tell me not long ago.
Like, I want to do this with you.
Like I want to do this with you, but like give me a year. And I'm like a year.
Like, how does he know that?
Like
How does he know that?
Yeah, those real specific.
Well, he just got out of
Well, he just got out of something.
I feel like everybody I meet.
I feel like everybody I meet, by the way, is just getting
And I'm so sick
and
of
once you're over 30, everybody.
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
just getting out of shit. Well,
a
a situation shit, but I'm not like
I
like
definitely. Well,
I definitely right after it ended, I
I
had.
feel like guys can smell
I
it
feel
on
like
you.
guys can smell it on you. I had like probably 4 guys coming out like, "What's up?" Like,
Mm.
I've been, and I'm like, I'm like kind of mini heartbroken. Like, no, I'm not interested.
But now you know.
But now you know,
Don't they say that a new person fills
I'm
the
not. I
void?
don't believe in.
I'm not. I don't believe in it. That's toxic.
I like to have a clean.
I like to have a
my
clean break,
space,
have
and
my
then move
space,
into
and then
something
move
like
into
that.
something.
Like, I don't
like
want
that.
you.
Because I don't want
I
you.
think you just know.
I think you just know.
Oh, I think the person makes.
Oh, I think the person make you know it.
Let me.
There's something that I
There's something that I
am currently battling with.
thinking about an old thing. Thinking of past. But when it ended, I was cool for the first like year, and then boom, it just started hitting me. Like,
Aquarius have delayed reaction.
Aquarius have delayed.
It's just written in the stars. It's delayed.
Yeah, my man was Aquarius.
oh, so he's not feeling the trip, but like, I see.
All my niggas know a bang. I'm not worried about it.
I like that. That's
You
confidence.
gonna give him a shot?
The door.
So now that I feel this way,
What do I do?
what do I do?
Wait, so what's the question?
Wait, so what's the question?
Okay, so I'm thinking about this old
But
flame.
this is not the
But
person you just.
this is not the person you just finished talking about. That was the right person.
No,
all the time.
now I'm
No, because now I'm in the wrong time.
Well, you gotta go.
Well, you gotta go
Rock up first and
lift that rock up first and see what's going on over there.
Satisfy that curiosity.
Satisfy that curiosity. Hit that person up.
No.
Well, you got your mind made up.
Well, you got your mind made up already.
Why not? No.
Why not know? Why not?
Because it was in
Oh,
a
it's
good
toxic.
relationship.
Oh, it's toxic.
What do you
Was
miss about it?
What do you miss about it?
Yeah, what's bringing it back?
Just the nostalgia.
Just the nostalgia.
But
Yeah, but
okay,
okay.
it was one of those.
It was one of those on paper.
Yeah.
Everything is great.
Yeah.
In real life,
But then in real life,
something's not right.
something's not right.
What?
Something like what?
Yeah.
Something's. It's just.
It's just not right. Like
It's just
I
not
don't
right.
feel
Is it the
like
conversation? Is it-
100%
me around.
me
So what's
around.
bringing you
But
back?
so what's bringing you back?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
that's
telling.
I think because all the buckets filled, like everything filled perfectly. Like we saw the world the same way. But then when you speak to other people, like I got real disrespected yesterday or 3 days ago when I told somebody like, you know, one of my dreams one day is to maybe have like a beachfront property in Florida. And they was like, oh, you would go live in that racist state? I was like, that's where I'm from.
Kind of.
My
Yeah,
mother
come
lives
on.
there.
Yeah.
And they was like,
I said what I said.
I said what I said.
Oh no.
Oh no,
No.
uh-uh.
But at least that
No,
person
but at least that person was a little bit more open to it, and it was like, but it still didn't feel
Right.
all the way
So
right.
it's stuff
So
like that. Where
it's
I'm
stuff like that where I'm like,
chemistry.
You
I
can't
gotta
fake chemistry.
No matter what it is.
It don't matter what.
If there's something in you already not feeling right, then that's probably, I
That's
guess.
why I don't want.
That's why I don't want
That's
to.
the sign,
Even
though.
looking back
I
now,
know that there's people.
I know that there's people that I dated where like the sexual chemistry is there, and I tried to make it fit so much, but I
I'm
just
so
like
me and
I'm
so
so
authentic to
me
me
and
that
so
it's just
authentic to
never
me
gonna
that
sit
it's just never gonna
It's
sit.
always
in my
gonna be a
spirit.
conflict.
It's always gonna be a conflict because it's just not
It's
what
not
I.
speaking to me.
It's not speaking to me.
And you just gotta let it go.
And you just gotta let it go.
That's why I'm like trying hard to let it go by maybe just filling the void with other people or like trying to find
I mean, you
something
can
else
go back
to
to
do.
I mean, you can go back to it until you get stung again. Then that'll be enough for you to know like this ain't where it's at.
Nah, I double back.
Oh, okay, well.
Oh, okay. Well, what happened?
Oh.
It didn't work out.
Well, then there you go.
No,
I don't know.
No, call the other one.
Yeah, we like this other one you're talking about.
But okay, so speaking.
But
of,
okay, so speaking of, you said not feeling judged.
both of y'all, what makes you?
Both
feel
of y'all,
safe
what makes you feel safe
as a man?
emotionally as a
Like,
man?
what is it that a woman?
Like,
can
what
do
is it that a woman
I
can do to
feel like
just
I
be
can
like,
lean
I
into
feel
this.
like I can lean into this?
For me,
For me,
it's like
it's like
total
total non-judgment of personality.
And by that I mean.
And by that I mean you don't have to agree with me,
But
but
I recognize.
I recognize I'm not the average Joe.
Okay.
I recognize that. And the normal response to me as a person is either high praise or confusion. So when you talk to me, there has to be this empathetic, sympathetic part of you that just says, even if I don't understand you, I'm gonna respect you. And that to me makes me say, I feel okay here. Because if I wake up at some point in time and I just feel like you're here to judge me as a person, and every day I have to climb a wall for you to accept who I am, it's not good.
It's so interesting.
That is so
Because
interesting. That's been a common thing with you, not just this time, but I noticed you have a thing about
judgment and
open-mindedness.
What is that? Was your mother like super judgmental or something? Or?
Oh, I'm Haitian.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
There's only one way.
Not to make it all stars
and moons, but like that's an Aquarius thing.
It's like y'all.
Y'all are off the wall.
And you want somebody to
be down for all your ideas and stuff, but it's like
y'all not really empathetic. Like how you? Like for me, as a Cancer.
Okay.
Like I'm all heart.
I'm all heart. You know what I'm saying?
First and emotion first, not necessarily logic. But it's like if you meeting me on the like if I tell you
if I tell you something sweet, which I've done in the past, not you, but a nigga.
And I'll be like,
and
I
say something nice and sweet, and
it's either not received.
It's either not received the right way, or it's like not glossed over and not acknowledged because you don't acknowledge that part of yourself. Because you more here. Then that's gonna make me hard towards you. So I'm not giving you empathy.
So then I'm giving you
a piece of what you giving, and not just him. Not your chest hurt.
You're right.
Emotions are hard.
It's showing emotions.
Definitely.
Especially for me. Like, I even have a hard time saying like, oh, this is my girlfriend.
Right.
You know, what a like weird thing to say. I was gonna ask you about that because you said my partner.
That was honestly because we're on the podcast.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah, but
Right.
yeah. I would say girlfriend.
It's past a girlfriend. They've been together 14 years. This is
Yeah. No, I would say girlfriend.
You can even say wife if you want.
I think legally it is wife, even after whatever.
thing.
No, I can say either. I think partner was just in the moment of asking the question. But I like what you said. I like listening. I like people listening to me. If I'm like, I'm a nerd. Like, to the root of it, I'm a nerd about everything. So when I'm talking about something really passionate and you look like you're engaging with me, I love it. I feel more comfortable to speak more, and I'll engage with you with the stuff that you're passionate about. But if you're just looking at me all kind of ways, and I'm like, okay, or don't care,
Like, or you just show like, oh, he's just talking.
yeah, and I'm like, okay, well then, never mind.
I'm the type.
I'm the type. If you step on my emotions, I'm a
Stomp on yours.
stomp on yours. I'm gonna tap.
We need to do this episode with Crystal.
I feel like you
Oh, that's that
would.
light skin girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Yeah. Because you guys would like
Similar or different?
like in some ways.
Okay.
Because she's a like eye for an eye person too.
Yeah.
But
Is that bad?
a little bit.
Because shouldn't it be?
It could be.
Because shouldn't it be?
Why you gotta get mine?
Because why you gotta get mine? I can't get yours.
Because Jesus said, "Turn the other cheek."
Well, I am.
Well, I ain't.
I'm just turning it real fast.
And on that note,
Yeah, we'll need to do an episode. Crystal. But yeah, you're 100% right on that, Chris. Because like
Nothing makes you feel
worse than somebody who makes you feel not.
Or what I love is when they turn on their passion and they're talking about it. I'm like, ooh,
Oh,
okay,
I love that
all
too.
right.
I love that too. And not only that, like if they think about something that would help the thing that
Yeah.
you like,
That's
and
how I know
they
you're
add
listening.
on to it.
Is if you're
Yeah,
collaborating.
exactly.
But you know what the thing?
but you know what the
You don't
thing?
have to.
The
You don't
thing
have
about
to.
listening, like
Guys say that I'm a good.
guys say that I'm a good listener, and I know that I am. And I get
But
that,
when it
right?
comes to,
but when it comes to, they don't listen. And the favor is not
And it's like, I
returned.
didn't listen.
And it's like I didn't.
And then you just not gonna say
Depression,
nothing.
you're
Yes.
bipolar,
Yes.
and you can't
Yeah,
ask me
come
why
on.
I'm You know what I'm saying?
I'm not like that though. I'm a very caring person, and if you tell me something about your mom, your grandma, your brother, sister, I
That's what
remember.
it is. That's what it is.
Same.
My main
remember.
thing.
My main thing, as far as like feeling safe in a situation, is like to feel cared for, even in an argument. So like I have an anxious. I'm reading this book right now called Attachment, and it's talking about the 4 attachment styles of like just life, love, and dating. So there's anxious attachment, there's avoidant attachment, there's secure attachment, and then there's anxious avoidant or something.
But mine's is
But mine's is
meaning
anxious,
like-
meaning like
If you say you're gonna call me at
If you say you're gonna call me at 5 and it's 501,
I'm saying all niggas ain't shit. Why you ain't? What the fuck?
why you ain't? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's very much that.
Where do you think
And,
that comes from? Is that like you're growing up? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask.
So you need to like, you know what I'm saying? Make me feel
Right.
acknowledge my
Yeah.
emotions.
Be
Like
if I call you,
don't
text me back like
don't text me back like what's up.
or unless you texting me.
Or unless you texting me to say,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm in the middle.
X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna call you when I whatever. Because it's real looking real fishy. Because why you can't answer the phone?
I seen something the other day that said,
I'll pull up and embarrass us both, babe. So just answer my call.
Okay.
Very much.
Right on.
Yeah.
You will do that?
Where you pitch the tent
is where we have a circus.
Wow. You need to write down all these like idioms.
Yeah, you really do.
These are good.
You need to have a coffee table book.
100%.
Coffee table.
100%.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
yeah.
What about you?
What about you? Like, what makes you feel safe in a relationship?
I just told you.
Deeper.
Oh, okay. Deeper. There's
No,
nothing
just
deeper.
like
No, just like
just acknowledge my feelings.
just acknowledge my feelings. You know what I'm saying?
You heard me.
You heard me. You see me.
You said something that was really
You said something that was really sharp, and it was feeling safe.
Oh,
in an
well,
argument.
I
I
say that because
say that because it's like
my mind goes to the extreme.
my
so I
mind
feel
goes to the
like-
extreme.
like,
So I feel
okay,
like
my mom and
okay,
stepdad been
my mom and my
together like
stepdad been together like 30
They
years.
never
right?
believed in handling.
They never
business
believed in
with
handling
kids, so I
business
never
in front of
seen them
kids. So I never seen them
argue.
like I had this romanticized vision of what a relationship is. So me in relationship, I'm like,
if something happens, I'm like, oh, this.
if something happens, I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna work.
see that.
Cause
You know
I
what I'm
ain't
saying?
see
Like,
it.
I don't know
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know conflict resolution.
And I automatically.
And I automatically think, not that I want to
but I'm
break
just
up,
thinking like,
but I'm just thinking like,
I'm gonna get you before you get me.
I'm gonna get you before you get me, or I'm gonna leave it before
You
you
know what I'm
leave.
saying?
Gotcha.
You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? That kind
Do
of
you
thing.
like when not do you like when you're arguing with someone? Are you expecting them to be at your level of argument, or are you expecting them to be calm?
I don't even like I don't argue. I'm like
a 2 or a 10.
a 2 or a
but
10,
I'm always taking too
but
far.
I'm always
So
taking
even
too
if
far.
I'm like
So even if I'm like
getting my point across or
extreme threatening you, it'll be in this
I'd be
voice.
like, "Don't
I'd be like, don't motherfucking tell me, bitch. You got me fucked.
But
But
once I get to like this
once I
level,
get to like this level, it's jail.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But do you expect your partner to respond at a 2 or a 10?
No, I've never really.
No, I've never really dated a guy who will go back and forth and shit. I date guys who shut down.
Oh,
don't wanna
okay,
talk.
okay.
And that's like emotional abuse to me.
Really?
Because
Even if
if you yelling and cussing,
if you yelling and cussing, that's one thing, but
icing out
just
somebody,
icing out somebody, that's it's equally
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
offensive, you know.
I don't like that at all. I feel like it for a period of time. Like if you need to gather your thoughts,
Sure,
like, calm
but-
yourself down. Okay, it's
Yeah.
understandable. But I'm big into like let's talk about it.
Yes.
But I really try hard, even when I'm upset or offended by something or I don't like something, to speak in the sense of like I remember that I'm supposed to like
right,
you.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
And this is not something that I'm like jabbing at you.
Right.
It's just something that popped up. Like I remember somebody that I dated said something about me, but she said it in a form of joke. But like it was one of those jokes
every joke.
that like I don't like that, and it bothered me for like 2 or 3 days. And then, but she had no clue. One day I was just like, "Yo, let's just talk about this real quick. This is what you said, and I understand it's a joke, but." I feel like if you say that enough times, you can start to believe it. So, if you could just do me a favor and just know that this is how I feel about it, we should just avoid that language in our
That's very
relationship.
mature.
That's very mature. A lot of people don't really.
People say they want communication.
People say they want communication, but when you really get to communicate,
they don't want to receive it.
They don't want to receive it.
Like people do.
Because
not
like people do
direct
not
or
like you to
say,
be
"Hey,
direct
you
or say, "Hey, you
or, "Hey, I
offended
didn't
me,"
like this."
or "Hey, I didn't like this."
Because they can't handle pain. Because they feel like they hurt you,
Right.
and I don't know.
And you did.
I
They
did.
showed up because now I want to hurt you.
And now here we
Yeah,
are.
And now here we are.
yeah, that's true.
So,
That's true.
As the saying goes,
everybody grown till it's time to have a conversation.
That being said,
This was
Yes,
a great
it was.
episode. Tavares, do you have anything that you want to promote?
season 5.
Season 5 of the Rated MA podcast. We're about to start back recording. I didn't tell you.
We ready.
But
Okay.
summer 2024. I'm about to get back into auditioning and commercials and TV and stuff. So look out for me on the big screen.
And you look great. Your skin looks fantastic.
Thank you. You saying it look bad before?
Listen,
It looks even better.
Oh, okay.
Surprise! Like, how did you get even better?
What's he so
No, that's it.
No, that's it.
Coastal between LA.
Bi-coastal between LA and Miami. So, you know what I'm saying?
Holla at me if you see me.
Holla at me if you see me.
I hear the guys in Miami are like top notch.
Miami is not my
Miami is not my scene.
My little friend wouldn't like that.
My little friend wouldn't like that either. I'm kind of like starting to talk to some.
That's why you don't
Yeah,
in detail.
No.
Once you hear them, then you're like, okay, found it.
Catch me on Instagram at Yo Daddy House, YODADDYYHOUSE. That's where you can find me literally. And yeah, I'm around.
For sure.
There we go. Sabalos, anything?
Nothing in particular. Thank you for coming on the show. We always love having you.
This is always a great conversation. You know, it's always a pleasure. Okay, for everybody who wants to reach out to Tavares, come on our page and say what's up. You know, friend of the show. He's always going to come back
For sure.
whenever we get a chance. All right, everybody. This was the Men on the Internet podcast, and let us know if you like the micless setup.
Yeah, this is a new one. I mean, I can't, but I can.
Is this your first episode?
Is this your first episode with them?
Second.
Second,
Okay.
yeah. So, but I think it's like no longer blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave us a comment, drop a like, share it with your friends. If you're listening to this, drop us a review. Make sure it's 5 stars. If it's not, keep it.
Keep that.
Later.